I have some tour dates to tell you about. We'll be coming to College Station, Texas, Belton, Texas, Oxford, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Chicago, and Miami. All tickets at theovon.com/TOUR. Make sure to not go to any secondhand site. Just go through the links at theovon.com/TOUR. Today's guest is a stand-up comedian. He's a podcaster. He has a new special called Life on Netflix. It is miraculously done. I'm very thankful to have him return to the podcast. Today's guest is Mr. Andrew Schulz. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, too.
Congratulations on the child.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Congratulations on all your success.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. I saw, I'm like 17 minutes into your special right now.
Oh, cool.
So, dude, the control you have on stage, that's something I really admire. Like this, it's almost like a sharpshooter up there, kind of like there's something, I don't know. But the way you have this control on stage is something, it's great.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, it's cool, man. How many times do you guys shoot? Twice?
We did 4 shows. What? Yeah, 2 a night.
God, that venue's so beautiful. It shot so well. Who shot it?
Thank you. So I had my guys do it. Like Shifty edited it. I forget the guys who's the DP. And then Troy Miller was the director. And yeah, it's tricky. Like filming stand-up is so tricky. Especially when you do these, we're used to just kind of doing it all ourselves. So then you go do a special.
Yeah.
And you kind of realize that like each department is fighting against one another. Like the video department wants to make it look beautiful, but making it look beautiful might make the audio sound bad. The audio department wants to make it sound beautiful. What makes it sound beautiful might mean your mic is really low in the room. So now the show could be shitty for the audience. You know what I mean? So there's like all these, like we had speakers, I don't know if you noticed, like in the front, like usually a lot of times.
Yeah, I saw you one time you had your foot up on it.
Yeah, and like most people don't do that because the shot is more beautiful if you just have like raw stage. But I was like, I think that the special will be better if the audience enjoys it the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because if they have fun, you have fun.
Exactly. I was like, there was one, I think it was like show 1. And there was like miscommunication or something. The camera guy was a really sweet guy, but like he thought it was his job to just keep walking down the aisle and back up the aisle with the camera. And I'm like, bro, they got to believe that this is kind of just happening. And when you walk in front of them with a camera, the illusion kind of falls apart, right? They feel like they're part of a filming instead of like just part of this show. So yeah, that's the tricky. I wish I didn't even have to tell them we were filming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
right. Just make it be a regular show.
Hey, this is just a show. So if you guys yell out or do something, this is as natural as it could possibly be.
I wonder if you probably could have done that in hindsight.
Yeah. I mean, earlier ones I was able to do that, but I think this one, I don't know. This one, maybe I was like nervous. I was like, fuck, I really want to make sure that we could, fill that place 4 times. And, I don't know.
It's a huge venue. It's beautiful. What is that?
Yeah, it's the Beacon in New York.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, dude, this looks, I was like, this is unbelievable looking.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, you guys crushed it. Even the font that they chose for Andrew Schulz Life, I thought was perfect. There was just a lot of great choices, I thought.
Yeah, the first, a Netflix special, the first thing that comes up on the black screen, that's actually my wife's handwriting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She wasn't aware that that's what it was, but it was because I don't know how far you are in the special yet, but most of it is this like journey of us trying to get pregnant.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm at to like, let me think. Oh, after you saw the baby, but you haven't gone through the journey about getting pregnant. It's just the actual seeing the child, I guess.
The C-section story and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Dude, it's incredible. Congrats, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Great to see you, man. It's unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable.
Freaking been a while, dude. You've been caught up in some beef. You were in the fucking rap beef. I was like, this dude, I thought you were going to pop out at Super Bowl.
You know, I was supposed to go to the Super Bowl.
I
was supposed to be part of the show.
I was like, how wild is this shit going to get?
No, I know. We were going to go, actually. How about, you were there, right?
No, I didn't go, man.
No?
Me and David Spade started making that movie, and so we had to shoot that.
How's that going?
It's interesting, man.
Yeah.
It's done.
Because I remember like years ago when we were doing the pod, there was hopefully you don't feel bad about me sharing, but you had some frustration with like not being able to create these projects. Do you remember us having these conversations where you really wanted to make a TV show and didn't feel like those doors were open, and now you're making this movie, you're on top of the world. It must feel pretty cool.
Well, I think we just did it ourselves. Nobody wanted to make it. We took it out. We took it to the streamers, and we...
Oh, you created your own movie?
Yeah.
You filmed it before even...
No.
Pitching it to them?
We pitched it first.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So we pitched it and nobody.
No way.
Oh, dude, we couldn't get, and it was Spade, I'm like.
Even with you and Spade at this point in your career, there was still hesitation.
I just felt like it would have been nice to feel some support there, you know? Like it just would have been like, hey, look, just even as a good faith thing, we'll do something.
Also, you probably got PTSD too from like years of wanting to do these things and not really feeling it.
That's true.
Then like now you're at this point where you're on top of the world. You're like, all right, now everybody's going to give me the opportunity. And then to still feel that, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but then I realized it's just it's just life. Yeah, I think I didn't feel like, I don't know if I felt on top. I felt like this was a brave thing we were trying to do.
Yeah.
It was a new thing I was learning. But I felt like with Spade, it kind of was going to be okay because
kind of no-brainer.
Right, he knows what he's doing.
That's the other thing. Is like giving us money to make a movie. Like we're kind of knuckleheads.
It's kind of a bad idea.
Yeah, it is. Like to us, it's a great idea. We're like, we'll figure it out. And they're like, have you done this before? And I'm like, nah, but it's a movie, right? It can't be that hard, right? But a guy like Spade, he's done it before.
Yeah, he'll fucking know. He'll have the camera in his trunk of his car. Everything will be fine.
We got it all figured out.
So
yeah, why do we have that attitude? Like we want to make a movie and it costs $30 million, and we're like, these fucking assholes. How dare they not give us $30 million even though we've proven we could do nothing? What is that about?
What's a great point.
That's kind of on us a little bit.
Oh, totally.
Is that narcissism? Is it ego?
Well, I think I would never think, give me dirt. I would like if they even try to do something like that, I'd be like, this is insane. But what I realized in it was I just want to do something if I can do it by myself, whether it's win or lose. It's like,
yes,
I'd rather make it something small and even if some like was like, hey, come do it with us or some studio. I don't want to do that. It's like, I just want to do something that it's like, okay, will people like this?
Yeah.
Will they believe that I tried my best? Like, even if it's not that good, it's like, that's okay. I can just tell people that go to see it in advance, hey, I'm not going to be that great in it, but it'll be a cool movie.
You
know, like I just don't want to lie to it. It's just like, as long as there's this transparency, then I think it's fine. You know?
I think people admire those that take risks. I think that's almost like an American thing in general. We like risk takers. We like people who are brave. And I wonder if it's baked in our DNA a little bit, like our family members that left their families around the world to never see them again for like maybe an opportunity here.
Right.
Like I think that we have like the DNA of the biggest risk takers on the planet.
Yeah, like Christopher Columbus, dude. Like, what about his sister or whatever? Like,
yeah, boring bitch.
Yeah, she just got left in fucking wherever.
And probably lived a way better life. She's not learning Native American. She's just chilling.
She's out over here lying to Indians for lunch.
Just shows up. What do you mean there's no gold?
Yeah. But dude, imagine taking off in a boat. People are like, where are you headed? You're like, I don't fucking know. You're trying to be cool, right? Because it's like your last day on the docks or whatever. You're like, I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get out there. You're like, when we get out there.
You got to be selling the dream, though. You're like, no, trust me.
That's true.
Trust me. It's crazy over there. Yeah, they got everything.
Women, and you get out there. I heard that you get a couple miles out there, there's just a lot of women out there.
They got them on the way. Yeah, you don't even have to make it the whole way. They got stops. Yeah, it is. So anyway, so I think like naturally, you get a lot of success. There are going to be people that enjoy seeing you fail or whatever it is. But unfortunately, I guess human beings, we got that in us a little bit. But I do also feel like the people that ride for you appreciate the risk that you'd be taking.
Yeah.
I think
all of us as comedians, I think they do. I think that's one of the reasons why comedians and podcasting maybe does well is because, well, for one, I think we try to, I don't know, this sounds fucking egomaniacal. I have no idea.
Well, say it.
But no, I heard somebody say that, like a lot of podcasters, they're just trying to figure out the truth. They're not like, we don't work for anybody. So it's like, if you ask somebody a question, it's just because you want to know. Usually, it's not because like there's a producer saying, "Let's get this answer."
Yeah. Curiosity is kind of punished in a way, but maybe it's because they'll put us on such a pedestal. They're like, "You should know the answer to these things." It's like, well, I don't, and that's why this guy's here because I'm trying to figure out the answer to it, and I just want to know their take. Like,
right. I might not even be able to communicate that well, or rebuttal, or grill them that well, but I just want to
I don't want to grill them.
Right.
I want to know what they think, and then I'll bring somebody else who thinks something different, and I'll ask them that. But yeah, that is, I guess, maybe some criticism is like, well, why didn't you ask this question, or why didn't you rebuke that? And it's like, bro, I don't know anything just yet.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a politician. Like I got in this own trap of just because of last year we got to have some political people on the podcast, and I was like, then dude, there was like a month ago I started thinking like, oh, I'm a political guy, right? For like.
Did you feel like you had to be informed? Were you like reading Wall Street Journal?
I thought like, because here was the crazy thing. People started coming up to me.
Political guy.
Yeah, dude. Well, people would come up to me and ask me about political shit. I was like.
Like asking your take?
Yeah, dude. I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't know, dude. Like, or like, so, but then I started to realize, wow, people's perceptions are affected, like how they see people, where they see them at and stuff. And then I was like, well, I do have some political thoughts. Like most of them are just kind of regular people's kind of thoughts and ideas. Like they're not super in depth. But yeah, I think for like a week I started smoking my own nuts and thinking I was like fucking J. Edgar Hoover or somebody,
I actually think that like whatever your perception or your feelings are about something, that's actually more valuable than what the like factual truth is.
Oh yeah,
because most people aren't reading up on the factual truth.
Right,
like you got to meet people where they are emotionally.
That's a good point. And the people are trusting their gut. So I think, when you do just talk to somebody and you don't let people decide, well, do I think like I believe that guy? Do I, and then they get to decide.
And you might hate what that person says, but don't dismiss him because there might be a lot of people that feel that same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people, like I've heard people say this a lot. They go, the economy actually wasn't that bad, under Biden or whatever it is. The economy, and it's like, bro. You can't tell somebody who feels the economy is bad that it's not bad.
That's a good point.
Right? Like if they feel like the eggs are expensive, that's what they feel. It's like, I would say this, like if I get into an argument with my wife, like I do something to piss her off, and like she doesn't want me to explain to her why she shouldn't be upset. Right? Like that never works. Right? Like I know you're upset, but you shouldn't be because of these reasons. She's like, fuck you. She just wants me to be like, hey, my bad. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. And I feel like our whole political discourse, and I don't know anything about politics, but I feel like the whole political discourse is just like, you're wrong because, and then the other side going, you're wrong because, and then it's just shows set up to dunk on one another. Like there's no good faith conversation. And the second we're out here having like a good faith conversation, like we bring somebody on and we're just like, all right, so what do you feel about the world? People go to us like, you fucking asshole. How dare you not dunk on that guy? Like, how dare you not humiliate him on your podcast so I can feel good at home? It's crazy, right?
Yeah. And you can't win. Like we had like Candace Owens and Hassan Piker. They're like different sides of the aisle last week, right?
You like Rogan had Ian Carroll, and you had Candace on like I think the same day.
It was a tough week for Israel.
Jews stayed inside. Jews went to the tunnels. They're like we everybody into the tunnels.
Put the mattresses back in, son. We gotta regroup. But dude, I didn't fucking know. I thought, well, somebody from the left and somebody from the right?
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Oh, bro. Sorry, go.
Yeah, I had no. I was just like, okay, let's hear some different thoughts and different opinions or whatever.
That's the other thing I realized. Like, I think it was after the last special, right? I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna kind of chill. Like, I want to spend time with my family, my friends. Like, I'm not gonna go out and do as many like pods and stuff like that. I got a lot of work that I'm doing at home, and I don't know like I'm not saying I'm famous, but I don't know what the fuck like it is to be famous. Like I never wanted to be famous. Like I knew that might have been like a byproduct of having success in comedy, but it wasn't like I never like studied being famous. Like I didn't give a fuck about like how to be a famous person. Does that make sense? Like
who knew that podcasts would be and clips of podcasts would get out so much?
Would be huge, right?
Yeah.
So like I remember I was like, okay, I'm just gonna chill. I'm not gonna be doing as many pods, et cetera. And that's the thing that I realized, like having different voices on your pod doesn't really do anything for the people's perception of you, that aren't your fans.
Wait, say it one more time so I hear
So
it.
like, so we I don't want to put words in your mouth, but like we probably think like I'm going to have different voices on my podcast. And like, one, I'm curious and I want to know what they think. But two, I want to also like let the people out there in the world know like I care about hearing from different people.
Yeah.
And I care about having diversity of thought on my podcast, right? The people that don't know you, the casuals, are just judging you by the worst thing you've ever had on your podcast.
Right.
And the worst thing you've ever said.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't realize this until recently. The best way to like thwart those perceptions of you is not by having people on your show, because the casuals don't watch your show. It's by going to your biggest critic's show and sitting down with them. Or not even your biggest critic, but like going to somebody who like might have a very different like worldview than you. And then you guys sit down and realize, oh shit, we actually don't have that different a worldview.
Yeah.
That was all a perception. Anyway, I think a lot of times we go, okay, we're really busy. It's like hard for us to go around and do different shows and that kind of stuff. Because I think our perception is not going like, how can I be the most famous person? Like, I don't give a fuck. I want to make the coolest stand-up that I possibly can. I want to hang out with my friends and I want to talk some shit on podcasts. Like, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
But I've realized the importance now of going to other people's homes and having those conversations. You know, like we had Hassan on our pod. It probably would have been more beneficial for me to also go on his stream and talk to him and let him bring up shit that I said and like tell me and have him tell me like why I'm missing this like nuance point and be like, oh, that's interesting. Like that might actually be better for the people that barely understand me or don't even know
I see what
me
you're saying.
to have like a more holistic view of me and like understand who I am. As
Right,
a
to actually
person.
go into their world a little bit more.
Yeah, because then you find things about me that might not come up on the pod.
Yeah.
Like you start asking me things about like how I feel about, you know, I don't know, whatever it is. I don't know if it's fucking like Marxism or some shit like that. And I go, oh yeah, maybe that, actually that kind of sounds good on paper.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be nice if there was a little bit more equality for people and people who had nothing had the ability to come up. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. A little light Marxism. Yeah.
Just light. Nah, you know what I mean? Hey, you got to cut it with something. You need majority capitalism. You know, it's like a cappuccino. You know what I mean? You can't have, we're not taking espresso shots of Marxism, you know what I mean? But it's just, we like capitalism at the end of the day.
Yeah, just a fucking latte. Just, half calf.
Exactly.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely been, mainstream media just got so, like, I don't know. The whole thing has been bizarre, man. Being a part of podcasting, you know, all the strange little connections that are out there. I mean, like you were saying, Gavin Newsom just started a podcast where he's having people who kind of disagree with him when he had Charlie Kirk on.
I think it's a really smart thing.
Which was pretty wild, you know?
I think it's a really smart thing.
We're talking about that at the beginning, and Dove, your producer, said that, well, he felt like this was kind of Newsom's last hope, too. It's like, because he's probably on the way out, so unless he could do something to salvage that.
100%.
But having a podcast and just having people you don't agree with hang out with you for a while it's pretty brave.
It's also like, that's the exact word I was going to, it's like brave. You want to show bravery. And I think like, not to be political or whatever, but I think in the last, and again, I don't care about politics, but like culture is interesting to me. But I think in the last, election with the podcast run, and I just want to say personally, I don't think that we changed the election at all.
I agree 100%.
I have no ego about that. That was decided way before us.
Yeah.
Like it maybe made people feel more comfortable voicing how they were already going to vote. But I don't think people are watching like, I'm completely flipped on this.
Yeah, that's insane also.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that the lack of representation of Kamala and even like her constituents on the podcast run, I think it showed a lack of bravery. Like the feeling was like, oh, they're scared to go have potentially tough conversations. It wasn't even going to be tough with us.
I know.
What are we going to grill her on?
I couldn't even think of a thing. I mean, I heard that she roller skated a lot, and I would be curious about that. But it's like, other than that, it's like, I don't know what I would have talked about.
But her people are going, we can't go on Theo. I mean, he's just going to come with the hard-hitting questions.
Like what? Right, like something like that is insane.
Yeah, but don't you appreciate that? Like, as much as Gavin Newsom just seems like a plastic bag in the wind, I'm also like, hey, I'm brave. You're willing to sit down on something recorded.
I wouldn't talk to Charlie Kirk.
That motherfucker is a good arguer.
I know, dude.
Yo, Candace too. Candace, I always say that's. Rogan said Candace is John Wick. You do not get in her fucking way.
Oh, she's definitely, yeah.
When you said her kid looked like Anthony Smith, I was like, you better. I was like, you a crazy motherfucker right here, bro.
That daughter, and look, a beautiful kid. The daughter looks just like
you
Anthony
just stop
Smith.
it beautiful. That's what you do. You stop it beautiful because you do not want Candace to get fixated. Okay, you do not want her to get fixated. The second she comes up with a Theo video, you gotta hope something happens in Israel, Palestine. Shift the attention.
Gaza type. I need a fucking.
Bro, that was layered because you made a German as well.
I brought that in. I can't believe that happened. Thank you, dude.
Gesundheit is good.
I did not believe that was going to come up. I just started with Gaza, and then I was like, this won't be funny.
I hope people get how layered that is. Thank you, good.
Dude. That was teamwork, though.
I don't know about that.
It really
I think
was,
you
dude.
went 101 right there.
I said that her daughter looks a little
She's
bit like
beautiful.
The daughter is beautiful.
So I think what we got to say is that Anthony Smith is a beautiful little girl. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's the better way of describing. He's a savage fighter.
He's the fisty Charlemagne, baby. I think it's safe to say. That I think is all it's safe to say.
Yo, he does look mixed a little bit. Is he mixed?
Oh, Anthony, yeah, he is.
Mixed with what?
I don't know. I think he's he's latte or whatever they call it. He is.
Yeah.
But Anthony's incredible, and the daughter looks
she's
incredible.
beautiful.
I know.
Yeah, she's
She
beautiful.
Is.
But shout out to Candace. It's so funny how like
And shout out to Charlemagne too. I made a
love
joke one
Charlotte.
time about him. I said he was
he's handsome. He's handsome.
Kind of,
he loved that one.
And I don't remember what happened with it, but I just thought it was.
I think he brought it up. He was like, "Listen, Theo Vaughn thinks I'm
That's
handsome."
true.
Like, anytime.
He doesn't age though.
Oh, dude, no, he's killing it. He's
Yeah.
killing it. You know,
I would like to get to meet him. I don't know if I've ever met him.
I gotta connect you guys, man.
Yeah.
You guys would have a great talk.
I bet we probably would.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I saw that they just had who did they have on there that I love?
Who on Breakfast Club?
Yeah. I can't remember.
Yo, the Candace Baldoni stuff. I don't know if you were following that at all.
I didn't get into that. I don't get into a lot of the celebrity lore.
The only reason why it's interesting to me is that like Candace has like been positioned in a way on the internet, right? Like, and she existed there, and people had her opinions on her, and like everybody was stuck. They're like, "That's this girl," and bad. No, we don't listen to her at all. And she started talking about that Baldoni Blake Lively thing, and even my wife was hitting me like, "Have you heard this Candace Owens girl talking about?" I mean, she just exposes the whole thing. Like, it's crazy how like social utility frames how people see you. So you could be a bad guy, and then you start talking in depth about something that people care about, and then all of a sudden, while you're talking about that, you're a good guy.
Right.
You're a hero.
That's interesting.
Like, what does that say about us? Is it?
Well, it's the same with the politic thing. It's like people see you talking to a politician, and now, like at your Christmas and family stuff, people are coming up and talking to you about, asking you about politics and shit and foreign protocol or whatever. You're like, motherfucker.
You're like, what should we do in Syria, Theo?
Yeah.
You're like, man, let me make a call or two. I don't know.
Yeah, people are asking if I was going to be an ambassador to something or whatever.
Where would you be an ambassador to?
I don't know.
You gotta ask for Louisiana.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
they're like, we don't need one of them, but we should make a special position.
Yeah, but we need. Hey, look, I don't know if you've heard some of the slang down there, but
We need someone who can communicate.
we need an interpreter between the White House and Boosie, okay? Because we're losing information.
Bro, Theo Vaughn for ambassador of Louisiana. The greatest thing the Trump administration has ever done. What?
Shake it like a dog, baby. Do what you do. I'll just be fucking. I'll be breaking down rap lyrics for him.
Dude, that is creepy. Is that Robert Greene's face on the 48 Laws of Power?
Oh my God,
That is one of the most terrifying things I keep looking at, like over your shoulder.
that's crazy. I thought it was Dexter.
Now, he looks like Vigo from Ghostbusters 2. Remember the dude in the painting?
Bring him up. Vigo.
Did you see Ghostbusters 2?
No, I didn't see it. My mom wouldn't let us watch that kind of stuff. Oh wow, he does, and so do I a little bit.
No.
And so does Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah, Alan got that. See, you are involved in politics.
How
bro.
many
You know
times-
all these names.
No, but
You're plugged in, bro.
But are we plugged in? Here's the funny thing about Candace is they were like, you're an anti-Semite, and she's like, oh, fucking call me whatever you want. I have one of the top 10 podcasts in the world.
She really don't care. She
doesn't give a fuck.
She does not.
And the amount of people that listen to her, it's like
true. It's true. And she changes public sentiment. Like, she flipped that whole Blake Lively Baldoni thing. That flipped. Like, he was I don't want to say pariah, but people were like, this guy's a fucking douchebag. Another one of these, like, I'm a male feminist guys, and then you're really a creep on set. She completely 180'd the internet on that. Baldoni got to give her a check.
That's a good point.
And she don't even want it, I bet. She got to be so rich because you need to have some money to be that brave and have kids.
That's a good point, huh?
Right, like once you have kids, you got to make sure you can protect those kids.
The dad must be like a rifleman or something, or like a
The dad of the babies, right?
the dad. Yeah, somebody has to be.
Yeah,
they're gonna hire Anthony Smith now to actually help protect that family.
the family. It's like
That'd be pretty great, actually.
Denzel Washington, Man on Fire. yeah.
That'd be pretty great. Dude, that'd be so great. They show up to their next some place with the whole family and Anthony Smith is their fucking bodyguard. That would be pretty sick, dude. Bro, she could be in The Bodyguard.
That's the new Bodyguard starring Candace Owens and Anthony Smith. Wow. Whose baby is it? Actually, you don't want to do that.
No, she'll get pissed, dude.
You don't want to do that.
And what if she breaks the story down and she finds out that that's the whole story?
Stop it. You have a deep dive on her, and
she does it.
She's surprised by her own results. You would never see that coming.
No, but that sounds like it actually sounds like a cool movie or something.
Yes.
But we're just joking, Candace. We do not.
Candace, by the way, we want no problems at all. We want zero problems. Are we all looking into the cams when we say this? We want zero problems.
Yep.
Okay, zero problems.
Harvey Weinstein didn't do it.
No, wait,
that's what she's on. That's right. That's what she's saying now.
That's what she's saying.
But yeah, I will say
you
this.
can't predict her at all.
No. She's brave and she's thorough.
Yeah.
And she's never lost a lawsuit. So
she is.
But it is kind of crazy how like the mainstream media had just been this machine, and then now you're starting to see like, oh, well, what about these stories you never heard about? What about the fact that some information might not even be true because it was all just kind of like part of a plan? Like, that shit's kind of wild.
Yeah.
And that makes podcasting and like freelance communication or whatever it's called. Even more interesting.
Well, yeah.
Dude, I don't even know what to believe now. When you see clips and I'm like, oh, this is what and you're like, dude, there's no real place to get completely factual truth.
Well, maybe
except your instinct.
Yeah, but maybe because like there is no complete factual truth.
That could be it too.
I think that's the thing. And I think it was probably easier when there's like a few different news channels to disseminate information. Like kind of we all agree on more or less, hey, this is what happened during the Civil War.
Right.
This is what happened during the Revolutionary War. All right, this is what happened during World War II. I didn't even know Russia did anything during World War II until like a few years ago. Yeah. I found out like 25 million Russians died in World War II.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Pull that up. How many Russians died in World War II? That's unbelievable. You don't ever hear about that.
Never hear about it. But why would we teach that?
Right.
You know?
But it gives you a different concept of who did what.
27 million. Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah. 19 million civilian deaths, 8.7 million military deaths. That's the thing with Russia. It's tricky. It's like,
so they were an allied force, right?
Yeah, and then immediately afterwards, we started beefing in the Cold War and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we had a united cause at one point in time because I think Hitler invaded Russia.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but the problem with invading Russia is like they have a cultural acceptance of misery.
Right, so they kind of like it in the beginning. Is that what you're saying?
Of war, you're saying? They're like, oh, finally, we're back to homeostasis. Like,
be our guest, be our guest. Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I just feel like if like Americans, we like it. We like nice shit. We like it being comfortable. We're brave. That's what I will say. Like, I don't have concerns about us losing a war.
Yeah.
Because I do think that we value freedom. Like, I don't think we would ever accept being controlled by another country. And I think that the majority of us would rather die before that happened.
Right.
I think
we just don't know that it's happening.
Oh, here you go again. Okay, Theo, here you go. Theo, what country are you talking about? Theo. Candace, see what you started, Candace. Theo, what are you talking about right now, Theo? Theo?
Look, I'm Whoopi Goldberg. We're going to go to commercial break right now, guys. Are you ready to win real money this March Mania tourney? Struggling to choose which teams will pull off an upset? I'm cheering for Lipscomb. Forget about the teams. All you need to focus on are the players' stats to win big cash prizes with DraftKings Pick 6. And when it comes to massive payouts, DraftKings dunks all over the competition. Pick Six is available in most states, including Missouri, California, Texas, Georgia, and more. Track your picks for a shot to win huge cash prizes. It's as simple as that. Turn your March Mania knowledge into cash today. New players can get $50 in Pick Six credits instantly with just a $5 entry. Download the DraftKings Pick Six app now and use code Theo. That's code Theo for new customers to play $5. Get $50 in Pick Six credits. Better payouts, bigger wins. Only with Pick Six from DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick Six not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick Six credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at picksix.draftkings.com/promos.
Before we used Shopify, it was bonkers, baby. It was cattywampus. We didn't know what was going on. Things were unorganized. You get to the checkout of our merch store, and it was just a fiasco. Shopify helped change things. You can upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we use with Shopify. That's what's going on. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we use, that different businesses like Allbirds uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Theo, all lowercase, Theo, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Theo to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Theo. You're a startup founder. That's what you are. You founded a startup. Finding product market fit is probably your #1 priority. But to land bigger customers, you also need security compliance. And obtaining your SOC 2 or ISO 27001 certification can open those big doors. But they take time and energy, pulling you away from building and shipping. That's where Vanta comes in. Vanta is the all-in-one compliance solution, helping startups like yours get audit ready and build a strong security foundation quickly and painlessly. How? Vanta automates the manual security tasks that slow you down, helping you streamline your audit. And the platform connects you with trusted experts to build your program, auditors to get you through audits quickly, and a marketplace for essentials like pen testing. So whether you're closing your first deal or gearing up for growth, Vanta makes compliance easy. Join over 9,000 companies, including many Y Combinator and Techstars startups who trust Vanta. Simplify compliance and get $1,000 off at vanta.com/Theo. That's VANTA.com/Theo for $1,000 off.
That's the problem with
We're gonna go to our commercial
having
break.
people talk to us with like really compelling arguments. It's like, I will believe the last YouTube video I saw. Whoever put this shit up this quickly, this got to be AI, right? This has got to be AI. There is no way. There is no way.
My God.
Hey, you're asking for it. Whoever's doing this is asking for it. You need to stop right now. Yeah, listen,
This is not bad.
whoever's doing this.
But Candace looks great.
Oh my
I'll
gosh,
say
she's
that,
stunning.
dude.
Beautiful woman.
Wow. I look like, that's Anthony Smith. I thought that was my face.
Motherfucker, no.
I thought it was my face.
Yeah, you Theo cast himself in the movie. I cast myself as Anthony Smith.
Does it look my nose is a little bigger than his though. Lip is the same. That's crazy. I looked at that 2 times. I was like, I wonder how they did that, but let's go, huh? Wow. Yeah. it's not going to age well. It'll be fine. Candace, it's we're joking.
It's all jokes.
But yeah, I mean, but the worst, if you see a Charleston White video before you go to sleep, if that's the last one you see.
Son, that's a wild dude, Charleston.
Have you had him on your show?
Nah, have you?
That's
a wild dude, man. He is just so unpredictable. The next sentence he says is also one of these things where it's like, people who say wild shit can also be hilarious. Let's stop acting like both of those can't be true. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like him, Dr. Umar. I love Dr. Umar. I've been trying to get Dr. Umar on my show forever.
Really?
He thinks
come on?
Well, he thinks I want to debate him.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think he understands that, like, I'm just a fan. Like, I just think he's a hilarious communicator.
Does black culture fuck with Dr. Umar or no?
As the spokesman for black culture, I would say yes. Yeah, I would say yes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, because I know sometimes people are iffy on Charleston White in the black culture, you know?
Yeah, because I feel like maybe it's like his position is more critical.
Right.
Whereas like maybe Dr. Umar also has the same critiques of certain things, but he is like, hey, we're black first and we got to stay united. We got to lock this down. We got to do what's best for the community. Mm-hmm. But he is a like magnificently gifted speaker. Like he just talks in sound bites. He has this like pastoral repetition. Like remember like early Chris Rock, how he would like repeat the premise over and over again. And it kind of like just emblazoned into your head. But yeah, man. Have you ever talked to him?
Charleston White?
No, Dr. Umar. Yeah.
No,
You're familiar with him, right?
I just heard about him, no joking, 1 week ago.
No way.
Somebody mentioned, have you seen Dr. Umar? I think my buddy Zeta told me about him and showed me him.
Oh, dude,
I thought that was fucking Kendrick Perkins or whatever. I just saw this guy.
So you thought Dr. Umar was moonlighting on TNT?
And now everybody's just trusting
everything he says.
Yeah, I was like, how did he fucking change?
You're like, why is Drewski going to him for dating advice? Like, why is Kendrick Perkins become so militant? Like,
that they came after Drewski.
Yeah, that bullshit ass claim, and against Odell too. That's the thing. And then like whatever girl did that shit, like we'll never hear from her again. So you can just say these stupid shit. It's just you should have to go to jail for that.
Yeah,
you should have to go to jail for that shit.
Yeah.
Because he has to go out and say, I didn't do it. Like, that's a crazy thing to have to say as a human. Jay-Z had to say that shit. And then they just dropped the lawsuit. Did you see that?
Against Jay-Z?
Yeah. And then, again, nobody even notices when the lawsuit gets dropped. It's like, you got to scream it from the rooftops or else nobody will pay attention. I know. And that goes to that, like, hater shit with the successful. It's like, that story was so popular because there was probably a lot of people that were like, man, fuck Jay-Z for having a perfect wife and an amazing family and a child and billions of dollars. Yeah, he probably did that shit.
Damn. And so then they're the ones tweeting it, sharing it, everything. Maybe. And there's bots now. I mean, it's definitely bizarre. You got to trust your own gut. But yeah, you could see an article, it's the last thing you saw. And then you're like, people are like, damn, wasn't that guy addicted to drugs? You're like, that guy is just won an Oscar. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't tap in and what's been going on, you know, It's all crazy, man. You'll see stories about yourself that are crazy. I saw a story that I was like a oligarchy's child or something from the third generation or something. And I was like a billionaire's stepchild or whatever. And I was like, what are you fucking I was like, if we had any money, no one ever had it.
But yo, here's the thing with that story is like, that story is just to discredit you, right? Like if you come from crazy money, everybody gets to go, see, it's not real. And he actually didn't have to experience this kind of traumatic childhood. And like, this is all bullshit. It's like the story is specifically designed to cut your legs out from under you.
Yeah.
It's like, why do people want to do that? Why is that? And maybe it's in all human beings. Maybe it's just something that we have to grapple with. But I imagine like the more confident you are in yourself, the more happy you could be for people who get success.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. I think realizing that, I think for a while you come from like a scarcity mentality, you know, where you're like, man, shit's not gonna, like, fuck, something bad's gonna, you know, this ain't gonna be okay.
This is gonna go away.
Right. This starts to change, or like the government's just gonna come and take everything from you.
You can't believe that it's happened after so many years of trying.
Yeah, and then also you don't know how to have like things, and so you're like, well. Dude, I remember being ashamed of myself when I didn't have anything and being ashamed of myself when I did have something. But it was really crazy. It was like I tried to hide, always mask my life because I didn't want people seeing that I didn't have anything or that I didn't feel like I was anything. And then even when I got a house in Nashville, it's a nice home. It's not like some it's a nice home, but it's not like $1 billion home or anything.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to show people my live. I just didn't want them to see like, I don't know. It's just fucking crazy. It was like, so in the end, there was some part of me that just didn't want to be, that either only cared about what you thought or just didn't want to be happy for myself no matter what.
And then you can never feel comfortable no matter where you are in this journey, man. That's, I guess, what would they say? That comes down to like self-acceptance. It's like once you accept it, like you should be entitled to your success and you work hard for it, then you're not as dependent on like the validation of others.
I know.
But
it's hard to get away from that. I don't know if it's hard. Some things like doing ayahuasca, that kind of stuff has helped a lot of that stuff go away though. Yeah. That kind of stuff's been a
You've done that a few times?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like it, dude.
Really?
Yeah, you do it enough times they give you this jacket. Oh yeah, definitely.
Some guy walks out of the jungle in Costa Rica. Chaqueta para ti. You get a punch card. Your fourth ayahuasca trip, you get an Eagles Letterman jacket.
That is so ridiculous, dude.
That is cool. You know who told me? Neil told me that.
Oh yeah, Neil Brennan became like this connector. Go on.
But no, I think that's kind of what it is. Like, Neil is one of his superpowers is his cynicism. He's constantly consumed. I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but he's constantly consumed of like what the worst case scenario of something would be, or what the worst person would think about the thing he's doing. And what's good about that is like when you're creating stuff, there's an advantage in that you're always thinking about what your biggest critic could say. So maybe you really try to sharpen every premise and sharpen every joke and make sure there's no fat and it's like infallible. And the negative aspect about that is that like if you're just creating for them, it's hard to create something authentically. And then he was like, listen, after I did that, like that voice started to dim a bit. And like I wasn't constantly consumed with the critic. And I was able to make, I think, my best shit. And I think that's true. It's like, it's hard to create authentically when you're worried about what critics would say. Like you're just making shit for them. Like
for somebody, especially when your whole life you've gained a lot of your acceptance from other people.
Yeah.
I think that's probably been a lot of my life, but I didn't even know who I was. There wasn't a me. So the only thing there was your reaction.
Yeah.
So I didn't fucking.
Do you think you found yourself?
I think it's gotten better as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
I think some of it is getting older. You just kind of like, I can't even fucking. Whoever you are, motherfucker, we got to
come out. Yeah. We ain't got a lot of time left, bro. You've been hiding for 40 years, my boy. Like, enjoy some of this shit. We got a new jacket.
Yeah, hey, bro. Hey man, come on out, man. We gotta figure this shit out, dog.
You just getting tired of it? That's funny.
That's great, dude. Yeah. So I don't know, but I think also you just get older and you're like, there's just whatever part of you that still cares about that shit starts to go away. I think it's just exhausted too.
Well, I think
chasing its tail, kind of.
Maybe that's the release for you with something like ayahuasca, where instead of like constantly searching for what it is and who you are, you do feel connected to whatever this greater existence is, and you just get to go, okay, I'm not going to fucking worry all day about what exactly I am and what I don't have and just be this, bottomless pit that a lot of us in entertainment can be. Like there is, and maybe that's what you need. Maybe you need that reminder.
Yeah.
Maybe you need that reminder you're part of something bigger.
Yeah, I think that that's a good point, because once you feel like you're part of something bigger, there's some connection, then you kind of don't just think about yourself. You're not as isolated.
Yeah, you're not. It's there's something liberating about knowing things are way bigger than you.
Yeah.
When it's not bigger than you, it's very easy to get caught in your own head. It's a lot of pressure, I imagine. If you're just thinking about you and like how you're being perceived and if you're becoming the man you thought you would be, and if you feel comfortable with the success you've had, how other people will react to that success. Like,
yeah.
That's crippling.
That shit's, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of like scary, I think, as you get older. I think, yeah, popularity is kind of scary. Watching your own ego and being conscious of like what is your ego and what is just you trying to have some self-confidence in yourself, especially if some of those things are kind of like, if you're like kind of a late bloomer and some of that shit's happening, happens simultaneously. It's all, yeah.
What's an example of that?
I mean, even some of like thinking about, I knew something about politics. It was like, just the fact that it took me a couple weeks to realize, dude, you don't know about fucking politics. Like, yeah, you got to talk to some political people, but how much do they really know? But it's like, that's a trap, right? What do you know about? You know about like being curious. You know about like wanting to talk to different people. You know about trying to be funny. You know,
I think politics is always a reflection of culture. Like politics is downstream from cultural needs and necessities. And I think that one of the things that's made you so successful is I think you're deeply connected to culture. Like you're aware of what people are feeling. You're aware of what they're frustrated by. And, regardless if there's like data analysis to back up every single one of those claims, like to me, that doesn't mean anything. Like you can list out all the facts you fucking want, but like you're aware of people's frustrations. And, politicians have to react to that. So you don't need to know like what fucking senator is pushing what bill because they're all reacting to the thing that you're more acutely aware of, probably than even them.
Yeah. I guess
you can't be a comedian or at least a high performing comedian if you're not in touch with like what people are feeling.
Yeah.
Like at its core, I think that's really what makes somebody a good comic. It's like,
yeah. And how to stay stay connected to that type of thing, I guess,
and sometimes with success, it's harder to connect to it. And it's also harder for them to connect to you. That's probably why you want to hide the house in Nashville. You're like, fuck, well, they feel like they can't relate to me because of this new life I live. That's something that like, so I grew up in New York City, right? And like.
In the city you grew up?
Yeah, I grew up in Manhattan. And one of the things about growing up in Manhattan, it's incredibly humbling. Like you never feel.
You weren't in the Newsies. You weren't in the Newsies.
I was in Newsies.
Were you really?
No, I was in Newsies.
Have people asked you that before?
No, you're the first
sorry,
person.
Dude. I can't remember when that was, but I love that movie.
Good little movie. I think Christian Bale was in that shit.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Crutchy, that little guy, like, give me the papes.
That was my childhood.
But I'm just saying, fucking bullshit. You got a fucking kid on one crutch hiking through fucking
sell the newspapers,
hiking up the LIC with a fucking sack of newspapers, dude. LIE, the LIE with a sack of newspapers, man.
But anyway, like you just humble constantly. You never feel like you got money. There's always somebody way richer. There's always somebody with a way better job. There's always someone with a better career. Like because you're in the city where the most successful of all the people have. So you never feel this concern that you were talking about, which is like, oh, if I show this nice thing I have, people will think that I consider myself better than them or something. If you grow up in New York, you never feel that way because there's always someone so much higher than you. You know what I mean? There's always so much more wealthy. So it's just there's like a hustle mentality, which is like, I'm going to work really fucking hard.
Yeah.
For as long as I possibly can. And I'm going to try to get some nice shit, but I'm going to earn it. I'm not going to just have it handed to me. I'm going to fucking bust my ass. But when I do get it, I don't feel guilty about it because it ain't even as close as nice as the guy who lives 3 blocks that way.
Yeah.
But I understand, like, my mom's from Scotland, like, fucking, comes from nothing. There's that sentiment of, like, you getting something nice, the community could feel like, oh, do you think you're better than us now because you got this fancy house?
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, like, if somebody could read, people would call him a or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody brought home a B on our bus, dude, you were just a fucking sick homosexual.
Yes,
one.
Yeah.
You fucking, they would beat you up. I mean, they would let people ride home on our bus with no shirts on, and I'm like, I'd be like, well, why don't people have to have shirts on or whatever? But it was just like, I don't know. It's tough. You want to kind of stay like, I don't know, as your life changes and as you get older, things change, your life gets bigger, and you kind of sometimes want to just stay the same. Like, I think there's moments in my life that I really miss where I was real comfortable. And I think as your life changes sometimes, it probably is like a new space. What's it been like for you having a child, since I know a lot of your special was about it? Like,
the greatest.
Was that something that took away a lot of that just worrying about yourself type of thing? I mean, did it really, or was that something that people just say?
I'm glad that you asked that second question. But the weird thing about having a kid is it is literally every cliche that anybody has ever said.
Oh, that's a little Shiloh.
Dang, huh?
Little cutie.
Wow, at the beach, rich, huh?
What UFC fighter does she look like?
Oh, no, hold on.
Don't do it.
Huh?
Don't do it. I mean, we got to do it.
But for your wife, you have to say that. She, and this is, Nick, you know who it is. He's got a fight coming up.
Michael Chandler.
A little. but he's fighting Volkanovski.
Oh, Diego Lopez?
A little bit.
Oh my God, he's a pretty motherfucker. I'll take
Okay,
that
that's what
one.
I'm saying.
That's a compliment.
That was acceptable.
That's got to be a new segment.
I think
on the Theo Bob podcast is what? Yo, he's good. He's good. Oh,
That's pretty cute.
Oh,
man.
little cutie.
I don't. Now I just don't want him to hear me say that. But there's something very charming about him. She's a beautiful young
he's
lady.
great, man. That's gonna be a
So,
great fight. Shout out Volk too, man.
I think that is an exciting fight, huh?
Yeah.
Seeing Volkanovski sing the other night about that shit was
he
so
got a little
fun.
voice, bro.
I know.
He's got a good voice.
And it's just fun to see his it's so great. I think if fighters are around long enough where you get to see their personalities,
Of course.
you know,
That-
they
yeah.
used to only have to just be so tough, and now they can do that, but also like have a bit of showmanship. You
Yeah,
know?
we want to connect to him.
Yeah.
But I will, back to the kid.
But back
is
to
like,
the kid, yeah,
it's every
man.
cliche you've ever heard times 1,000. Like it, and there's a reason why that it exists. I imagine it's like we all should have this reaction towards children, right? Like their smile is the best smile, their laugh is the best laugh. It's the most incredible experience you ever had in your life. And there's a little part of you as like a comedian that goes, I'm going to have these unique takes on being a father, and it is. Your takes are so similar to every other person who's ever been a dad, which is now I see as a beautiful thing.
Right.
But your life gets really small. I can only speak for myself, but like I just don't care as much about other things. Like I want to spend time with her. I want to spend time with my wife, and as long as they're proud of me and happy with me, that's enough.
Right.
Anything else it's icing on the cake. It feels really good. Like the response to the special feels really good. It's like amazing. Like all these people who went through IVF and had a similar journey as us to like get pregnant, like they're talking about it, like feels really good.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing, as long as like my wife and baby are happy with me, like it is an amazing. I hope you experience it, man. If that's something that you'd like to experience, but it's transformative.
I would like to have that, man. It's cool to hear a parent say that too. I think that like it's nice to hear a parent say those things about their family.
Bro, it's so cool, man. It is. Also, you'll watch it like it's very, very rare in life you get to see somebody give 100%, like really 100%, and like when you watch them in labor, it's 100%.
Really?
It's just they're giving everything they possibly can give.
What happens if they just do 80% or whatever, 60% or?
That baby stays in there, bro. Like we had to do a C-section. My wife had to do a C-section. Obviously, it was like I didn't do anything. I just sat there like an asshole. And but it was, but yeah, it's just amazing what they're willing to do. Like my wife lost a lot of blood, and like
50 Cent almost.
literally it was yeah. Yeah, it's very similar actually to what 50 went through. I got to talk to 50 about that. I was like, dude, you basically got a C-section out there in Jamaica, Queens, bro. We talk about that? Like,
Yeah. 50C.
50C, he's good. He's fucking good. No, but bro, it was like she had no energy left. She had no blood in her system left. And they asked her, they're like, can you do a little breastfeeding for the baby? Because she needs to eat right now. And then they're like, if you don't have energy, that's fine. She breastfeeds the baby. The second the baby pulls off, this is like after, I don't know how long it is. She goes, my wife's like, is she good? And the doctor's, yeah, she's good. And the second the doctor takes her off, she just closes her eyes and passes out. But it's there's this like primal urge to do anything for that. They'll do anything for that baby. And it is like, yeah, it's a beautiful human experience to watch somebody love something like otherworldly love. And yeah, I think it's a really important part of if you're lucky enough to be able to do it. It's a really important part of like the life experience. It just makes everything small and worthwhile.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for sharing that, man.
Sure.
What's it like to see your parents interact with your child?
So my dad is dementia.
I know he's sick, right?
Yeah, he's had dementia for a while now. So it's hard for him.
He did the intro to your special.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was cool, dude.
Yeah.
I was wondering, was that tough for you guys to get him to pull it off, or it was okay?
You know, what's interesting is like he's like we filmed that actually at the early part of the tour.
I loved how your special started off with the joke because it just like, oh, I'm already having a nice time.
Boom.
I thought it was a great choice. I thought it was one of the best. I'd seen in a while.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was cool to. Yeah, the first one we were thinking about, we're like, should we just start the joke? And then like. The first thing is, I think I go, you guys want to hear my favorite New York joke? And we could have just cut that line, but there was part of me that went like, if I'm just hanging out with friends and I go, yo, I got a good joke. You guys, my friends or anybody else in that group will go, yeah, I like hearing a good joke. Like, this is why I'm tuning into a special. Like, sometimes I feel like the first joke you tell on stage is the most inauthentic because it's like, hey, we're going to do this thing where I talk and you guys just listen. And once we get into it, it will all make sense. But the first 30 seconds or a minute of it is inauthentic in a way.
Yeah.
Unless I honestly tell you, hey, you guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a joke.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm trying to communicate?
I've never thought about that before. Yeah, there's this kind of moment where everybody pretends like they don't know you're about to tell it. Like they kind of like there's this weird moment in the beginning.
We have to suspend disbelief or whatever it is.
Like, what's he going to do?
We know what we're going to do.
Juggle or or fucking, remodel the building. Like fucking.
So I don't know. I was like, how do I just make it feel like authentic or natural or whatever? And but having my dad do it, the intro is just the coolest fucking thing. And
how many takes do you have to do with dementia? What is
so
that like?
we did I mean, he was able to knock it out, but we tell him the line right before every single time.
Yeah.
You know, you give it up for my son, Andrew Schulz. Like, and he goes and says it, and then you could really feel him. It was like really beautiful. I'll probably get emotional, but he was like, he really wanted to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And like, he's been a great father. So it's like, and he's like, try and remember it, you know? And like, yeah, it was just really, it was cool.
That's awesome, man. It makes me sad, kind of. Not sad, but it makes me.
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's something that's real.
It's beautiful.
Give it
really,
up for my son.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
dude, right when I saw that, because I remember seeing the video that you shared about him when you were going to play Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was like something that everybody could relate to. And yeah, when I saw that, it was like, because I don't know.
He was, and I keep saying was, which is fucked up, but like he had a really shitty dad that like wasn't there for him at all. And he didn't have me until like late, but he never said this, but like he made a decision that he was not going to let that happen again. And he was just there for everything. Like I don't know what it's like to not have a dad there for everything, which is an amazing privilege. Don't get me wrong. But like, it was just so important to him to like, oh, let's go throw a base. Let's play some basketball. Like whatever you want. I need help with homework, like whatever it is. And I, you know, he has his dementia. I feel like every time I see him, I just like, I just hope he knows that he was incredible. And like, that I'm nowhere close to where I am without that.
Right.
Like all my confidence comes from him.
Wow.
You know, like every bit of like self-belief, like anything is just, there's this guy who's believed him.
Yeah. Is there a part of you like, as dementia, I guess someone's like, so who someone is starts to kind of disappear a little bit? Yeah. Is that a fair way to say it or not?
I would say like your short-term memory goes away. So I guess memory's broken up into long-term memory and short-term. And for someone to get into long-term, it just needs to be repeated. So he has his long-term memory. He like knows the map of New York. He can like go around the city, but he might forget like what he's going to do.
Right.
But he knows how to get home.
Yeah.
But if we took him to Florida, he wouldn't really know how to get around.
Right.
And then short-term, it's like he doesn't really know. You know, he'll have a conversation with you and then he'll kind of forget and he'll bring it back up. He has like a few things that he'll like talk about. But I will say that like, you know, the concern is when this happens is that like something underneath is bitter and angry and like he just becomes this like resentful human being. But he's pure, man. Like he's just a pure, like loving, good soul. So he gets to find out every time I see him that he has a granddaughter.
Yeah.
And like that's pretty awesome. Like you know, like so there is if there's a little positive perspective that all you can do is change perspective on shit. So like I can tell him every single time. It's like, yeah, I got to. He's like, what? Oh my god, what's that like? You know, and like, so that's cool to tell him. Yeah,
that's
cool.
got to be super cool.
Yeah, it is.
Is there any fear that like as a part of him like? That the part of him inside that will forget that you care about him? Is that like does it make any sense? Kind of.
The fear is that I haven't communicated to him
enough
how incredible a job he did, and I don't even know if that's important to him.
Right, because it's important for you to know it.
Yeah, like it's important to me that he knows.
Yeah.
That he's the GOAT, and like he might not know that. Like and it's so interesting. Like, yeah, like it's. Yeah, it's just so interesting. Yeah, it's like you just want them to know.
Yeah.
But then I realized now after having a kid, like before I had a kid, I thought he was doing everything just for me. Like he was doing things that he might not actually want to do, but he's like, I'm going to be there for my kid. And now that I have a kid, you get so much joy.
Oh, you realize, he was...
Bro, it's this beautiful relationship where like you can selfishly be a good dad. Like taking my kid to the Museum of Natural History the other day was more fun for me than her.
Yeah.
Watching her look at a woolly mammoth, you know, like, and just have her fucking mind blown, you know. She's looking at this, she's looking back at me, she's like, what the fuck is this? Like, and it was just, and I'm like, we got to go to the museum every week, like whatever. There is this beautiful, where like your selfishness benefits your kid. Maybe if you have a healthy relationship. I know there's like unhealthy shit there too. But
I think I see what you're saying. So then it's like, now it's like, there's no way he couldn't ever know how much I care about him, because it almost doesn't even matter, because he cares about me so much. As a dad, you care about your kids so much that as long as they're okay, then everything else is it.
You would hope.
Like, is that kind of what you're saying a little bit?
Yeah, you would hope. I mean, again.
Right, I know there's a lot of instances it's not the case.
Yeah, but I would just... Yeah, I would hope. I hope that's the case. Like he battled with depression a lot. You know, like my family's got a lot of mental illness in it, right?
Oh yeah.
So like, so he battled with depression a lot, and so it's just, you know, like you don't know what to do when you're a kid about that. Like I used to take him to the Comedy Cellar before I ever did comedy. I was like, I thought that like if you laugh, you're not depressed. Like that's how I thought it worked. So I'd take my depressed ass dad to the Comedy Cellar. Little did I know he's just listening to depressed comedians. He's probably getting more depressed. Like, he's struggling with his life. He gotta listen to these sad ass comedians on stage talking about how shitty their lives are. He's like, this kid is gonna kill me.
But hey, if it makes his son happy, he's thinking.
He's doing it for me. He's doing it for me. Damn near almost killed himself. Half the comedians.
You're doing it for him, and he's doing it for you. That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, God, he's fucking sitting there. He's fucking just rubbing over.
Drinking a Poland Spring, just looking for the vein. So... But yeah, it's just,
dude, what
you don't know.
Fascinating thing that he's doing it for that what a unique way to think of a crossroads of a father and son, that he's doing it for me and I'm doing it for him.
Yeah.
That's kind of fascinating.
You don't know, like you just don't know how it works when you're younger. Like you don't even know like the effects of depression or these types of things, you know?
Especially in his era, like 20 years ago, you had no idea. Even 30 years ago, you had no idea. You're just like, oh, Rodney likes to fucking sit in the car by himself. My dad would go sit in the car by himself for a couple hours.
I love it.
And my mom would just go, well, if you get out of your fucking car, like he wants to be out there, sitting out there by himself. The men in our town used to park their trucks behind the Winn-Dixie and cry back there sometimes.
Yeah.
And you'd see him just fucking... You know, you'd see a guy open his car doors to let a bunch of tears fall out and then close it back. Like it was fucking...
There is bravery to that, though. That's the thing that, like, I think we look back at that generation who was really trying to figure out how to deal with their mental health, and they stiff upper lipped it. And I think a lot of times we go, oh, they just ignored the problems. It's like, no, you can't ignore depression. It's not something you could ignore. You know what I mean? It's there. And what they did is they said, you know what? I'm going to go to my fucking car, and I'm going to cry, and I'm going to get back, and I'm going to be a dad, and I'm going to be a husband, and I'm going to take care of his family. And it's like...
And I'm going to get my fucking son a Pistons jersey.
Exactly.
We're going to figure this shit out.
And you're not even a Pistons fan. Like, that's depressing, too. You wanted so badly for this kid to be a Knicks fan. This motherfucker likes the team in Detroit.
In a lame beer jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
I'm glad you're getting to have all that, dude. That's super cool.
Yeah, it is. It is really cool, man. It's really cool.
You know, we read for different financial advertisements on this podcast, and I want to iterate one that I think has become my favorite. It's called Acorns. I love it. It's just a simple tool for helping you learn to save, and it starts to give you different ways to look at money and feel about money. Today's episode is sponsored by Acorns. Acorns is a financial wellness app that helps you take control of your money with simple tools that make it easy to start saving and investing for your future. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that matches you and your money goals. You don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you get started with the spare money you've got right now. even if all you've got is spare change. I have acorns set up for my niece and nephews, and I find it charming and engaging the way that they're able to start to see how savings works. If you're ready to take control of your money, sign up now and join the over 14 million all-time customers who have already saved and invested over $25 billion with Acorns. Head to acorns.com/Theo, Theo, or download the Acorns app to get started. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provided. Incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 1 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. You can view important disclosures at acorns.com/Theo. Today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Mental wellness, staying healthy in your head. We're at a time, I think, in existence where we get rattled easier. There's too much information. There's not enough relationship with ourselves. I'm not trying to preach at you. I'm just talking about me, really, to be honest with you. And BetterHelp is there. If you need therapy, if you want to give therapy a try, you don't want to go to the therapist in your town. Everyone will know. You're worried about walking into a mental health building. It feels scary, uncomfortable. BetterHelp is a great way to try therapy wherever you are. It's convenient, too. Yep. You can join a session with the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life, plus switch therapists at any time. And this month, BetterHelp is giving you the biggest discount on starting therapy that I've ever offered on this show, with 90% off your first week. Guys, don't miss this. Your well-being is worth it. For a limited time, visit betterhelp.com/Theo to get 90% off your first week. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/THEO. Yeah, just to add another universe to your life. Does it make you look at your wife different? Does a girlfriend or a wife become different once they're a mother? Does something like, or what's that kind of like?
100%. Completely.
Yeah?
You also you realize, here's something I realize is I would always call my wife when I know that the baby's waking up from a nap. Let's say I'm at the studio or something like that. And I call and and she knows I'm calling to see Shiloh, right? And once I called my wife, and then she was coming back from a workout class or something, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not home yet, so I'm not with Shiloh." And my heart sunk because I was like, "Oh fuck, you don't even think I call for you anymore." So in my effort, to just connect with my daughter in every possible way I can, I am forgetting about connecting with my wife sometimes. And your wife doesn't want to be angry at you for that, because she's like, thank God I have a dad who's so committed and just in love with their kid, but you can't forget about them.
Right.
So it's this constant adjustment. You go, okay, all right, I got to put
hey, Shiloh, is your mom home? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I got to call Shiloh.
Yeah.
I gotta go on the Nanit.
Yeah.
I got to call.
I got 2 phones. Yeah, you got to put some Kevin Gates in the freaking when they're nursing, dude. And Shiloh has
the most
phone.
Interesting man in America. He's spinning Kevin Gates bars.
Shiloh has a little phone. She's like, hey, mom's ready. Oh, you don't want to talk to me? Yeah,
she giving me attitude.
No, you can't win.
You just want to talk to this old bitch. Yeah. So yeah, you got to do that, man.
Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Wow,
man.
Dude, what a neat journey. And I was just impressed in your special. You're just going, it's when I first watched you, were such a power. I remember the first time that I ever saw you at the Black Baby, or what's it called? The one that's next door to the Comedy Store?
Fat Black Pussycat?
Fat Black Pussycat,
yeah.
Right? And
Village Underground, maybe that one?
Yeah, it was one that kind of has the tears in it. A little bit.
Yeah. Village Underground, yeah.
But dude, I was I'd never seen, I was oh my God. And I had to go up after you, dude, and it was so fucking scary. And I was
I'm sure you killed that shit.
I did okay. But dude, then this is so, and that was great. But that was just that was probably 10 years ago too.
Yeah.
But then, this was just so taking me through this story and the journey. And it was, I don't know, it was cool to see. It felt grown up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just different. I've never been personal in my comedy. I didn't even think my life was interesting. So I was I thought my opinions on shit were more interesting than my life. So I was I don't need to tell you about what's going on in my life. And then And then this thing happened where, we couldn't get pregnant, and it was because of me. My sperm sucked.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So my sperm.
What happens? You take them
I'm
into
the face of shitty sperm, bro.
Oh. Damn, dude.
You felt bad for a second. You're like, hold on.
Yeah. Well, it's just crazy because you have that like spice trader energy. You think, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, you want to know some crazy shit? My boy is a spice trader. This guy I play paddle with, all right? This is my boy, we call him Spice Man. We legit thought he was a drug dealer for so long because he says, like, I'm a spice trader. Like, he makes little jokes about it that he's not joking. He'll show up late to a game and he'll be like, man, sesame was down crazy today. I couldn't find a place to store it.
Damn, boy.
And then he'll say,
these coriander options.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's literally like a stock market.
Yeah.
Like, he's back and forth from India. So we're like, there's no way this is his real life. Like, he sells fentanyl or cocaine or some shit, right? And he's just saying it's turmeric, right? So, but turns out this motherfucker is a legit 2025 spice trader. This is like the oldest job ever.
We ride here. Yeah, dude, that's it, bro.
We ain't going anywhere.
You're from the past, baby. Yeah.
How crazy is that? Shout out to Pete, man. Spicy P. We call
Wow.
it Spicy P.
Yeah, dude, Spicy P. That's great. That's be a dope ass job. Just hitting the streets, what you want, and you got some fucking
He'll just hit me with random spice facts.
thyme, cumin.
Yeah, he was like, bro, you can't store the cumin with the turmeric, right?
Yeah.
because one goes old. And I'm like, oh, yeah, of course, bro. That's a huge, that storage shit is crazy out there,
Yeah, 10 Our Fathers right now, dude. That's crazy.
10 Our
You
Fathers.
can't be doing that. Yeah.
What does that
It's
mean?
like you confessed it in a confessional, and
Oh,
they,
you get a punishment?
they
Like,
make
what
you do
did?
those punishments or whatever. What? Oh, dude, you did the wrestling thing. Was that interesting?
Oh, that was so cool, man.
It's cool. You did a good job.
Thanks, bro.
It looked. Was it scary? I thought you were gonna get slammed.
Yeah.
Was that an option?
He was about to, I didn't even know it was going to happen.
You didn't?
No, I didn't know anything was going to happen. I'm just there hanging out. Then Logan starts to, get me to try to lie in front of all my people in Madison Square Garden.
I want to see AJ Styles. That's what I
Let's go.
This shit. I mean, does it look like I'm prepared for that?
And what's his finishing move? The tax evasion?
Yeah, that's the next move. We got to move to Puerto Rico.
The Puerto Rican W9, that's his fucking finishing move. Oh my God, dude, does he sling? Maybe I didn't see this.
No,
Styles comes in.
Thank God AJ Styles comes in to save my ass.
He's gonna come in a couple seconds later.
Yo, I'd be toast in front of my wife.
Did part of you want a little more smoke after that? Like, was there a little bit inside you that's like,
I need justice, bro.
yeah,
I need justice. You can't come do that shit to me in Madison Square Garden.
I agree.
My home. Talk crazy to me. I need some paper, bro. I need my get back. You know who Aaron the plumber is?
Aaron the plumber? I think we had him on the podcast, actually.
Did you have Aaron on the pod?
I think so, like 20 years ago. Or like 3 years ago, I think.
No. This
Who
is
was that we
different-
had,
This is
Nick?
a different Aaron the plumber.
We had Joe the plumber.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe the plumber. You need Aaron the plumber, bro. This guy's an absolute
Joe found a
internet
baby
sensation.
in one of the pipes. Joe found an offspring. Wow. In one of the pipes.
What is that? That's
Horrible time to say that.
No, that's a Patrice joke.
It is?
He said, I jerk off so much in the shower, I'm surprised the drain ain't pregnant.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Joe is like, it was.
Yeah. Joe's like, I think I'm working at your place. No, who's Aaron the plumber?
Oh, dude, this guy's
Cool guy?
Oh my God. He was on this Zeus Network show. Do you know what the Zeus Network is?
Is it like that Stars or whatever, like Ghost Book Phantom, whatever, 7
this
or whatever?
is more ratchet, bro. But Aaron the plumber, you're not qualified. This guy is a certified hilarious dude. He's an actual certified plumber,
Dang,
but
dang.
he's hilarious on this dating show. And he would just, he would get in a fight with anybody who popped shit. He's like, all right, let's go. We fight right now. But he's also hysterical. And so yeah, he's just an internet sensation. I love this guy.
Dang, yeah, I haven't seen him. I got to check him out. Who did I see recently? Gunno Lavish. Have you seen him?
No, who's that?
Young kid. He makes me laugh, huh? He's out of Mississippi, man.
Gunno
Text went-
Lavish.
You can see the text went out of him. If you just go to shorts right there, just start it over.
Is everything gonna be okay? It will be okay if you just stay strong. Stay strong for a nigga. You wondering is everything gonna be okay? It will be okay if you just stay strong.
Okay, get me one more, man. Give me a, stop being humble, FN over there. Try that one.
You out here being humble when everybody popping that shit. It's time for you to start popping your shit, then. Stop being humble for a nigga. You out here being humble when everybody popping that shit. It's time for you to start popping your shit, then.
He just made me laugh, man. He's out of Mississippi, man. I just like his thing. He's just somebody I started watching. You know, there's like people you see and they come up, and then once you watch them a couple times, and you keep having to watch them. You know,
I'm obsessed with it.
It's crazy.
I'm obsessed with Temptation Island, Spain.
Really?
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
this is the craziest reality show I've ever seen in my entire life. This guy Montoya, have you not heard of the Montoya guy?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, it's crazy. So basically, Temptation Island, the idea is you and your girlfriend go to this island and you split up, and then they send people to try to fuck you and try to fuck your girlfriend to see if you'll cheat.
And where are the people from? The mainland or whatever?
I think they're all from Spain pretty much. So some of them maybe from other Spanish-speaking countries, but everybody speaks Spanish. So this one couple, that girl right there, Anita gets just banged out, I think 5 days in by this other dude, and he's got to watch. So this
why did you have to watch? It's part of
part of the show, bro. So they're just cucking my man Montoya, but Montoya is so charming that you actually don't look at him like a cuck. You're like, he's like a flamenco singer. He's the man. So he gets really emotional about watching the guy just beat cheeks on his girl.
Oh,
yeah.
And this seems like modern day Shakespeare almost, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm talking about, kind of?
Yeah.
There's very much a thing where like...
Yeah, it's Othello, really.
When the figure would be like, would open up a portal in your head where you thought your wife was cheating and you would take your own life or something. Wow.
So there it is. So like he's got to watch this security cam footage, and you could like hear like pelvis hit cheeks.
No.
Like this.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's brutal, but it's also fantastic TV.
God, I've never seen that.
It's amazing. Like, and I haven't watched the whole episode. I just watched like whatever highlights get clipped and put on like TikTok or Instagram. I think that's how I consume everything. Yeah. But everything I possibly can, I consume.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you start to want to have like an information diet. So there's things that you can talk about with different guests or whatever. That's what I heard Mr. Beast say. Like he hires people to have an information diet
for him.
So they all absorb stuff, then they filter it down, and then he gets like this stuff from them that's like fine tuned to exactly what he would want to know the most.
Oh, wow.
And that's crazy.
So he has like a human version of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So he has intelligence.
Yep, like real intelligence. He has like an algorithm that's, he's like a human kind of algorithm, you know?
Yeah.
Sort of, I guess.
So he's outsourcing his like interests.
How do you run it back against those Paul guys, I wonder?
How do I run it back against Logan? Or Jake as well? Get Jake involved as well?
Dude, I would fucking... If I saw those people in my dreams, I would beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. That's a good caveat right there. That's a very good caveat. Now, Logan needs to get it back. Logan needs to get some get back. That's the reality. You can't come into my place and do that, obviously. But Jake, I don't even know if Jake's going to be involved in wrestling. You know, he's doing his boxing thing.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens. I don't know. You never know. You never know with these things.
Yeah.
What about you? You going to get involved in some wrestling?
I don't know, dude. I thought about trying to wrestle one of those guys. I would have to really stretch and focus on fitness.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. I have to really stretch and focus on it.
Or you could just get dragged through the ring like I did.
Just do that.
And then not work at fitness at all. You know what's the craziest part of that scene? You didn't even see the end of it. I got dragged over the banister, ragdolled on the ground, rolled into the ring, bent over and put into a suplex. This other dude, AJ, saves me. After Logan leaves, I jumped on the top rope.
Did you?
Like I did something. I think I'm the first person in history to just get my ass kicked and still go on the top rope and celebrate. Yeah.
But it really goes back to exactly what we were saying earlier. If all people see is that clip of you on the top rope, they're like, this guy won.
So I'm like, I might never do this again. When am I going to not jump at the top rope? Come on. I got to tell my daughter something. Yeah.
That's classic, man.
Yeah.
Have you thought about over the years of moving out of New York? I know we were talking about the taxes and stuff in there. And
I don't know.
It's
like
pricey. Have you ever thought about going down to Austin? Did you ever think about that?
Not living there. No. I mean, like, look, it's fucking incredible what Joe's done down there. Like, it's incredible.
It's kind of crazy that it almost feels sometimes like another it definitely feels like another new center of comedy, which they didn't have 5 years ago.
I can't believe I'm going to say what I'm saying right now. Because obviously, New York guys, we're incredibly biased about stand-up. We're like, the best stand-ups are in New York, and this is where you come. You got to make your bones. This is what you got to do. And then the idea was, okay, but if you want to become like famous, you can go to LA because that's where the industry is. Somebody's going to pop into the Comedy Store. They're going to see you. You'll be famous. That's at least like the hope or the dreams or whatever, right? But as of right now, if you're a young comic, right, what is your pathway to success in LA? If you're a young comic, what's your pathway to success in LA? Perception doesn't mean that it can't happen, but like in LA or New York, like what shows can you get on that eventually you become famous? Because I know if I'm a young comic, if I can manage to get on Kill Tony and become a regular, I'm selling out theaters around the country. These guys are selling real tickets. If I get into Joe's world and I'm able to go on the podcast a bunch and maybe even go on the road, like I'm getting a career. To me, it's like we need to start building some infrastructure in New York so these guys feel like there's a pathway to selling tickets. And that's not just New York, that's LA too. Those days of just like getting a role in a movie and then you sell tickets are done. You doing a TV show one-off and then you sell that, you don't just sell tickets. You need to be like ingratiating yourself to the people through stand-up comedy if you want to sell stand-up comedy tickets. So I don't begrudge any comic who's like, I want to move to Austin because I feel like that's where the thing is happening, especially if you just move to New York or LA to make it. I'm from New York, like born and raised in New York. So like moving to another city is like leaving my whole family, my friend group. It's
right, you're
everything
leaving
I know.
your world. Oh, there you go. That's what I was thinking, I guess. Maybe.
Yo, my God, I do kind of look like that motherfucker.
Diego Pena, what's his name?
Man.
Diego Garcia?
He looks ugly next to Christian Bale, bro. And he's not even that ugly, bro. I'm saying he looks like me. So I can't be insulting him that much, but Christian Bale is one fucking handsome guy.
Well, then imagine, say if there's another even
Wait a minute,
less.
did he AI my face onto that?
I did. This is face swap.
God damn, bro.
So
I look ugly next to Christian Bale. That motherfucker is handsome. Look at Bruce Wayne right there, dude.
God.
Nah, he's a stud.
Ugh.
He's a stud. Yeah.
And I'm worse looking than you. So the tough part is it only goes another step downhill.
Yo, how fucked up is that me insulting him before I knew it was me? Like, that's insanity right there. Like, yo,
well, I mean, it's the...
where's my self-esteem at? Theo?
Don't come here for it. I don't know. I built this railroad on low self-esteem, dude. Haven't you ever heard of the low self-esteem engine?
No, I haven't.
That's the only thing that's run on these tracks for years, dude. I mean, we're picking up steam, but it's been slow.
Oh, God.
What were we talking about?
Oh,
though?
there's the scene. So it's just like, I imagine every...
Oh, yeah, the scene.
I mean, think about it. Like, obviously, we're in different positions, right? Like, we're in a different part of our career where we can live
we're not
wherever
coming
we
up.
want.
It's not the beginning of our career.
Exactly. So, but if you were young and you're like, my pathway to success, like if you go to LA, what shows do you get on to eventually make it? Like, what is your...
Right. Well, there's a couple things. One, you can get there's a lot of influencers and stuff out here. So there's a lot of social media influencers. That stuff is real out here. Mm-hmm. There's movie stars that live out here, mm-hmm. and there's television shows. But I don't know if a lot of stuff still shoots in LA, which is kind of crazy. Like, even whenever we shot this little movie with Spade, we're like, they're like, thank you. People were like, thank you guys so much
for working here.
We haven't had work in months. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because I don't know who shoots what, you know? They're like, yeah. I'm like, in Hollywood, you haven't had work in months? And yeah, I guess there's just nothing shooting here, which seems crazy that you would build an industry where then nothing even shoots within it, you know? Like at a certain point, you can't cut every corner. Like, okay, we're going to shoot out of state to get a tax break. But
the tax incentives are really big. You can shoot up in Canada. You can shoot up over in Atlanta. Like, the tax incentives are huge to go shoot in these places.
The one when California matched them, it seems like.
I think like it's just like we were saying, like politics is always downriver from culture. So
yeah.
They're going to have to learn the hard way. They're going to have to see the industry actually start to be negatively impacted like for a while. And then they're going to have to vote out whoever is in power with that kind of influence. But LA thrives on Hollywood. Like there isn't LA without Hollywood. Like that's the industry.
That's true. I guess then it's kind of like Barcelona or something in a way, you know, some cool museums and it's beautiful.
we don't even know you guys have museums out here. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
Like somebody told me that. They're like, oh yeah, we were spending some time in museums. I was like, you got museums out here? Like I thought you had that observatory shit that's up on the hill and that's it.
Yeah.
We don't know that you have like the theater. Like do you have plays that come out in LA?
I have no idea.
Like can you watch Hamilton in LA ever?
I don't know. It's a good question. Well, we don't really have that district like the theater district that New York has. I mean, Danny McBride was saying this the other day. He goes, I've always been kind of amazed that LA doesn't historicize itself better as a structure. He's like, when you go down the street here, you should be, every other building should be, this is where
this was filmed. This Bro, I think that's a fantastic point because that is the coolest thing about LA Hollywood is like old Hollywood culture.
Right.
Like there's that hotel, the Sunset Tower or whatever. And like it has this cool restaurant that feels like old Hollywood.
Oh yeah, it's cool in there.
It's some fancy bougie shit, but it still feels like I can imagine directors in like the 60s.
Yeah, what do you say, huh?
What is that fucking girl with the air blowing her dress up?
Oh, Shirley Temple or whatever?
No, my bro.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, sorry. Well, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to have that stricken from the record, Your Honor. That's fucking unbelievable. Well, dude, I'll tell you something funny. Here's the number one place, and I'm sorry.
Who's the girl where her dress was blown up? Shirley Temple.
I don't know. It's L.A. I didn't think they were
He's right. He's right. Weinstein's innocent. Weinstein is innocent.
I didn't think if they're blowing anybody's dress up, it's going to be a child, obviously.
Go on.
Dude, when people come to visit me, the one place that I take them every time, literally as a tour stop, is a cemetery that's near my apartment in Westwood that has Marilyn Monroe's grave in it, Hugh Hefner, Errol Flynn.
Oh, wow.
Carol O'Connor.
The OGs.
The guy from Bad Grandpa or whatever.
Walter Matthau.
Walter Matthau is in there.
Yeah.
It's just like, you just show them like this, that's kind of the neatest thing, I think.
I think it's a great point because there is cool historical shit about LA, but you got to embrace it and then protect it. And I think that maybe it's just such a new city, they don't see the value in it. Like you and I are from very kind of like old places in terms like of American history, not world history, but like there's a lot of history in, I'm going to give you New Orleans. I know you're not from New Orleans, but like just this idea of, there's like, and it's important to us to maintain that. We actually like the way that the buildings look. When a new fancy building goes up in New York, there's always this immediate rejection. We're like, these fucking glasses, there goes the neighborhood or whatever it is. So we try to protect, and I feel like LA is so transient. Like everybody that comes here is coming from Maine or coming from, Montana or some shit like that to go make it. So they don't really care that much about the history. They're like, what's going on now?
Right.
But the people from here, like Dove, like the people who actually grew up here and like that is the industry. Yeah, I would like to see that protected. That's a great point. And then there's another version of you coming out here that's not like a TMZ tour bus tour, whatever that stupid shit is. We're like, this is the Rock's house. It's like, nah, go see where fucking Sidney Poitier lived, or go see where these historic actors, like what's his face's first apartment, Jack Nicholson's first apartment.
It'd be so cool if they had that and still had it they had it like really locked in. Dude, the founder of Cane's, this guy Todd Graves, he still has his college apartment that was right next door to the first Cane's that's in Baton Rouge. And you go in there, dude, and it is crazy. It's like, it's from 30 years ago, or 22 years ago or something. And it's just like old TV.
He's maintained everything from
Maintained it. All sitting there.
It.
Pictures from back then and shit. His life got busy, and so he just wasn't there for like 8 years. And then he came back, and it's just like magazines with like Jordan and Shaq on. Just fucking.
He's a beast, that guy.
Yeah, he stays so busy. He works really hard. I think
he owns all of the Cane's still, right? This is not a franchised restaurant. I think he owns. It's unbelievably impressive. And maybe because I'm from New York, we just got one. There's one that just popped up in the East Village. But like I was talking to a buddy of mine who's actually like one of his lawyers, and he was kind of explaining it to him. It's like, this guy's like a real ambitious, like kind of genius to put that together. It's very hard to not sell off your company as it becomes successful. To have that vision, like, I don't know if you're like this, but if I'm building something that's successful and then somebody offers me $300 million for it, I'm like, there's some people are crazy enough to go, no, this shit is really worth $2 billion. I'm like, $2 billion? What is $2 billion even? Like, what is that money even? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are people that say no to $1 billion because they know it could be worth $5. Fuck. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
What do you need that for?
Yeah.
Like, you can tap out of whatever you're doing. Maybe they really love what they're doing. Maybe that's it.
But then you just sell it and get locked in as a consultant or whatever.
Yeah, I guess you could, but maybe they would hate that. Maybe like they're like,
Yep.
It's my genius that drives this car.
It's like that rigor mortis, whatever, whoever made Frankenstein or whatever, the doctor or whatever, he wanted to die with Frankenstein. He's like, I think that's what happened. What happened with Frankenstein? I fucking don't even know what happened with that
It was
shit.
Dr. Frankenstein, and then it was the creature.
Yeah, isn't that crazy that we think that Frankenstein is the
That's crazy.
is the lifeless animal, but it was actually the doctor.
Imagine how he feels. He's like, hey, my name's Rick. It's like nobody fucking. I'm fucking Rick Hopkins, I had a fucking bad frontal lobe surgery. Give me some, goddamn. That's so true. It still goes back to, you see a clip of something.
And you just believe it.
That's what you believe.
Just believe it, yeah.
That motherfucker's name is not even Frankenstein.
It's called Creature, which is way more adept, right? Yeah. Like, that feels like the name for it, but nah.
But at least that's his name. God, dude.
Yeah, shout out Frankenstein.
Yeah, dude. How's the Trump thing going over in New York, dude?
What's so interesting is like
it was crazy how right after the election was over, everybody's kind of went on about regular life, kind of.
Bro, and like now I'm almost like annoyed by it. I'm like, I thought we weren't gonna have to go through this again. Like, I don't know how it is like here where you're living, but we're back to like the bipartisan bickering. Like this Doge is a big deal, right? Even though there's no American that wants like waste, there's no American that wants like government bloat, there's no American that wants like inefficiency. I don't think any of us are like voting for those three things.
Yeah.
So this should be like unilateral support. Like, we should all get behind it. And maybe the way that they're doing, I think Trump even came out and be like, yo, we're going to use a scalpel, not a hatchet. Like, I think we're being a little bit too forceful with the firings or whatever. But this is one of those things where like it's so annoying. And I think you can blame Elon for this as well. Like, on Twitter, he's a little bit antagonistic about shit.
I noticed that recently. Some of the stuff he says, like, do you have to say that? Like,
you don't
what are
have
you doing
to.
right there?
You're in power now. Like, I think you have to have a little bit different energy when you're in power. I think when you're not in power, you're trying to get to power. Maybe that antagonism is helpful, right? It can like embolden the base. But you're the leader now. Leaders don't need to poke a finger and like twist a knife or whatever. Like,
well, I think what he's doing, I believe that what Elon is doing is, by creating all that commotion on Twitter, it's only helping his own business, right? So it creates now that everyone wants to see what he's going to say, but he's saying so many things, it's hard to even juggle. But so many people are engaging and interacting.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably the number one news app. I don't know if it's always been the number one news app.
has to be. It has to be. That's why. Yeah, I mean, don't you
But
learn
he's just
everything
stirring
from
his own business. It's like,
Yeah.
So the more he does that, it's more impressions, the more ads that he can sell, right? I don't know if that's true,
But you're basically creating a place for people to go consume content in general. And if he's the biggest creator on that platform, then it makes sense that he continues to create. So you're saying that he's not doing this just to get out information, but he's also doing this to like uplift the app.
It's like a hype machine, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that's true.
But that's what the feeling you get from it.
I'm at least, because otherwise it's kind of some of the shit's kind of insane. It's like, what is this like? How is he doing all of these things? And if he's not doing all these things, because who could have time to do all of
these
this,
things? Yeah.
Then who is doing it?
And it's kind of annoying because he's a genius. You want him on your side. Like, I want the guy who makes the rockets on America's side if we go to World War III.
Right.
Like, I think that's a pretty good idea that we get the guy who's going to send a ship to Mars on our side if we're going to have like drone warfare throughout the world. Like, let's keep him in our good graces. I do think, and I'm a little bit more optimistic about this administration. That's what I've realized with most people, like sane people, is that if you don't, if you didn't vote for Trump, but you're not like a complete like lunatic extremist on both sides, by the way. If you're just kind of like a normal, regular guy, but you feel like you lean left a little bit more, you just are pessimistic about the administration. And if you lean maybe right a little bit more, but you're not some insane like right-wing quack, you're optimistic about the administration.
Yeah.
We both kind of want the same thing. We want the best thing for American people.
Right.
We might disagree about where we get there, but we do want the most opportunity, wealth, ease of living for American people. So when it comes to the administration, I'm like a little bit more optimistic about it. Like, I'm like, okay, let's just see how this works.
Right. That's how I feel.
Like, let's just give him a, people are going, oh, he's doing all these tariffs. It's like, my man, I'm not an economist. I know you aren't an economist.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a negotiation. Like, if you go to buy a car and the car is like $100,000 and you go in, you go, all right, I'm going to offer $80,000, right? Knowing that they're going to settle around 90, right? The problem is when you do that in privacy with the car dealer. Trump got to do it publicly, and now he's got people in his own country going, how dare you offer 80? That's so disrespectful. And he can't come out and go, dumbass, we're going to settle at 90. I just got to start at 80. So could you give me fucking 2 weeks to get
they don't
here?
give him nobody gives him a beat to see what the long-term plan is. Like, if you want manufacturing jobs back in America, then you have to make it so that it makes more sense for people to make cars in America.
Maybe.
That's just business. Like, I agree with you. I never was against Biden. I've never been against anybody that's been in office. I've always just wanted the best. It's like, I want the best. I'm never going to depend on the government for my life. Like, I don't wake up every day and see what the fucking government's doing. I get out of bed and I try and take care of myself, or take care of your family like you're doing. It's like, that's probably what most people think.
Yeah.
Anybody that has time to argue online all day is also insane, right? Like, not saying that we don't all put our beliefs out there sometimes, but
I hear what you're saying.
But it's like, but you have to, like, that's one thing somebody said the other night. Oh, Trump said it during that whole like state of the whatever, the delegacy address.
Yeah.
It was like the state of the two parties address. If you got to watch the hour and a half of that, I don't care what side of it. This shit was hilarious. It was like somebody who wrote like Noises Off or something. It was just a fascinating Joint Congressional Committee's address or whatever. Yeah, there was like fucking, they kept cutting this white dude that was asleep. They threw Al Green out. People thought he was Jimmy Snuka. They fucking threw him out, dude. They kept people, like Democrats that only had their feelings on little signs that said like not good or gazoon tight or whatever.
I bumped into Al Green at the Breakfast Club. He was going on after me, and someone was like, hey, Al Green wants to say hello. And I was like, yeah, sure, that'd be cool. And this guy just got chucked out of the fucking Senate. That'd be, whatever. And I shake it, and like his like handler or something like that is like waiting there with like a camera like tucked here for the handshake picture. And I was like, did I just get set up in a photo op to make me look sympathetic to what happened? Like, I'm like, what exactly is going on?
That's crazy. Yeah. Well, that's also scary when everybody has cameras everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that was Jimmy Snuka, which makes total sense as well.
Yeah.
I still think it was.
What
dude.
a body, huh?
Let's get it on. Was that was Al Green? Let's get it on. Let's get it
on. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so it's a tricky time now politically.
But I just still like it. You kind of hope, like, hopefully there's some long-term strategy here. It's like, because if you just look at the little bits, it's kind of fucking scary.
Also, and I'm not trying to just like bag on the last administration, but like if people are uncomfortable and the last administration was running on this platform of, hey, we're going to keep doing the same thing that we've been doing.
And that was a bad plan.
You can't really blame Americans for going, well, that's not working for me right now. I got to try something different.
Yeah.
And then giving the new thing a little bit of leeway. It's not like, again, I might be more optimistic. And if it goes bad, I will be the first person to criticize it. Right? I have no problem criticizing whoever's in power.
Yeah.
Okay? This is the easiest thing in the fucking world for me. But I am hoping, I'm at least going to give a little bit of grace and hoping that this is going to work out for all of us. And I'm going to give it more than a fucking few months. I'm going to give it a little bit to see where it goes. And if it does go, I'm not going to be the guy to go, told you so, you fucking idiot. Like, because that's not the joy that it brings me. The joy that brings me is like, hey, shit, we're actually making some cool change.
Right, America's going to be doing better.
We got opportunity to start here and get up here.
Imagine if you brought some industries back where people have pride in their homes and in their towns, dude. I'll tell you this. We've gone on this tour I've been on. We've gone to probably 200 the top 200 cities so far, size-wise, right?
Yeah.
We've gone fucking everywhere. And a lot of the places, man, it's the same. It's like there's not a lot of businesses there. There's some cities that have kind of changed and had some turnaround and it's been uplifting, but there's been a lot of places that it hasn't, you know? And it's sad. It's like, oh, all this place needs is one good, like, influx of people and a purpose. You know, when people have jobs, they have purpose. Yeah, and so it's like I'm for surely gonna stay hopeful. I hope that if there's some tariff stuff and then we start making our own fucking cars here, dude. There's a guy who just made a show, a t-shirt. I think it's called American Giant. Can you look that up? There's a guy, he wanted to find a t-shirt that was made in America, American Giant clothing. He couldn't even get a t-shirt
that was completely made here.
He
right?
couldn't get a whatever this is called, a template or a blank.
Yeah, a blank
in
that was
America.
made,
He
yeah.
couldn't. They didn't have it. Right? They didn't. We don't make a fucking t-shirt in this company. Right?
Country, yeah.
So
Don't they make Teslas here?
yes.
like-
so Teslas are an American-made car.
So like bare minimum, and like I'm not trying to knock any of the American, other American cars, right? Like, but I don't think Ford is entirely made here.
right.
I might be wrong. I don't think they are.
You drive Ford, somebody said to me. I'm like, that's when I knew. Like, hold on. How's this guy know how to pronounce it?
Swedish guy? But
That's a great question. Let's look that up. Yeah, what cars are made here? Or what percentage of Teslas are made in America? What percentage of Fords are made in America? That's a great question, man.
And I guess that, you could be putting together the full car here, but maybe there's like certain factories that are doing other stuff. And I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay with outsourcing to different countries. I think it gives them opportunities as well. That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
But
Tesla claims that nearly 100% of the vehicles it sells in the United States are manufactured domestically.
exceeding the industry average of 52%. Wow. Now, that doesn't mean they don't make cars in other countries as well.
Right.
But the ones that are sold here are made here. Regardless, okay? If we want to attack in a car company, right? And again, I don't know if they're attacking Tesla because they don't like the product. They're attacking Tesla because they don't like the CEO of the company.
Yeah.
And that is the risk of being a celebrity CEO. By the way, there's like CEOs of, and you talk about this all the time, but like some of these like pharmaceutical companies, we don't know who the fuck they are.
Right.
And there's a reason, because if we did,
People would execute them. Something could happen.
something could happen.
We don't know.
Something could happen. Like,
Somebody could throw them a surprise party.
bro, if you have $1 billion business and nobody knows who you are, you're doing some fucked up shit,
Yeah,
my
you
boy.
on some fuck shit, man.
Right?
Some fuck shit, homie. Yeah,
So
for real.
So this is like a kind of shitty situation where, like, yes, I understand that he's antagonizing people. He's like rubbing people the wrong way. You don't like the guy. You don't like the beliefs. You don't like what he's doing. And there are things to criticize. I'm not saying there aren't things to criticize. Like nobody's above criticism. But to punish that car company that is 100% made in America, made by people living in America, Americans rely on those jobs. Like maybe we criticize another thing.
Right.
Like, what is your goal? That we shut down those factories and those Americans lose those jobs? That makes you feel better about your gripe with Elon?
That's the thing. Some people, they just want to win an argument, it feels like, you know.
And they don't realize
sometimes.
there's people that rely on those fucking jobs.
Oh, for sure, dude.
They got kids, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like-
Oh, dude, there's no doubt about it. But here's one thing that I think is sad about Doge is that the fact that we now have to have someone audit our own government. Our government is supposed to be the thing that we can trust. Like it will never end now. And people are like, well, why is this guy having a team that audits? It's like, I agree, but I'll let anybody audit. If you bring on another company, they audit and they find, I'd give them 10% of the bloat that they find. If they, you know what I'm saying? The simple fact that we now have to audit our own government.
Yeah, I mean, people I think will gravitate towards corruption naturally, and I think it's something that you constantly have to fight every single second.
You definitely have to.
You said something interesting though, like this idea, like you wake up every morning, you're like, I don't expect the government to do something for me. I think that's a more like Southern and frontier belief. You know, I think that like when you grow up in like New York, there is this relationship with the government where you're like, if the roads are fucked up, you start going, yo, why are the roads fucked up? Like we're spending all this money in taxes, or like the government, you're supposed to do, you're giving me all these rules I got to live by, so you might as well do some shit. But that's interesting that you have this perspective, which is like, I don't expect anything from you guys. And I wonder if when they encroach on your freedoms, it's that much more annoying because you're like, I don't rely on you for anything, and you're going to tell me what to do. Whereas we might be more accepting of the laws and the encroachment on freedoms because we are more reliant on them for certain things. So, and I wonder if that's why like some of the COVID stuff was way easier to accept in big cities because we already have this symbiotic relationship with government.
Right.
Whereas in places like Florida or even, more other like southern, maybe I guess some red states, not all.
Yeah, a lot of rural areas.
In more rural areas, it's like, yo, listen, don't mess with me because I don't ask you for shit.
Right.
And now you're getting into my house and telling me what to do when I already don't ask you for anything.
Right. We have one road.
We keep it clean.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I drive a truck, so you don't have to pave it.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's it.
Right. We're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good, but it is interesting how like different areas could affect your perception. And yeah, like I think a lot of like, one other thing is I think a lot of people just worry about our traditions starting to disappear. And I think that's where a lot of pushback comes from.
What do you mean by that?
Just like, like tearing down of statues and saying that everything is racist and stuff and not honoring our history, whether it is racist or not, like not deny, like, if you take it away completely in 3 generations,
This is the tricky thing where it's like, I try to meet people at their intentions because I often want people to judge me on my intentions. When I say some like crazy fucked up joke that's not even fully fleshed out on a podcast, and then I want people to go, oh, he just wanted it to be funny, not, oh, this guy's an evil asshole.
Yeah.
Right. So when I see people taking like the progressive measures that might feel like they're going too far, I at least have some empathy. I go, all right, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make this world that we live in, this country we live in, a more comfortable place for everybody. And you're thinking about these oppressed or ostracized groups, and you're like, how can they not see certain imagery that might remind them of these horrible things that their ancestors went through? So like I go, okay, I get that maybe you have some really good intentions here. And then we can meet at that where we go, I get your good intentions. And then we start to let's have the conversation of, okay, how much of that are we going to remove before we start removing like the history of our country? And some of the history is ugly, and it's unfortunate, but it is the history. Like removing it doesn't remove the history.
Right.
But at least not looking at them like they're assholes that want to destroy America. Maybe some of them are, but I think some of them also just kind of want to make life better for people.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody's bad. I think there are bad actors on both sides. But I think there's some people who like, maybe they were bullied a lot as a kid and they're like, man, I don't want anybody to go through that shit. Like I want to look out for some people and create some more protections. And sometimes those protections might go like a little bit too far. And then sometimes instead of creating protections, people will like hurt people. They'll do the opposite. They'll be like, oh, all white people are horrible. It's like, okay, you're going too far.
Yeah.
You might have experienced some really fucked up people in your childhood, and maybe you have that way of looking at it, but it's not going to help if that's your way of communicating with the world.
Yeah, I think the truth is usually kind of in the middle. I think you're right, And the fact that, it's like, it's so funny. It's like you get so stuck in your own perspective of what your own perspective is, and you need to be in your own perspective because it's a survival thing too.
Yeah,
it's like,
of course.
If I'm sitting here daydreaming or something and I get attacked by an animal or something, then that's on me, right? But it's like, but to actually put yourself in somebody else's shoes and think like, well, what is it really like?
Yeah.
Or what is like going through like certain classes or history class or things like that, like, if you're a different ethnicity or different sex or something, what's that shit really like,
Yeah,
They're supposed to have VR goggles that were supposed to be able to do that,
Yeah, we could just see what it was like being Native American back in the day.
Yeah. Hey, huh?
Yeah, they're all Italians.
Look, the goggles kind of like, they set it up to make it sound like who really killed the Native Americans was Italian.
Christopher Columbus. Look at these guys. Hey, fucking red horse, get over here. Fuck out of here.
How many necklaces we gonna wear, huh?
You called it night. How about some blankets? But
hey, huh?
That would be cool though. Like,
But you could set it to any way,
Oh, that's because he was Italian, right? Wasn't Columbus Italian?
They said he was. Who the fucking knows, dude? I'm
Yeah.
sure he was probably Italian via Israel, according to a lot of Reddit feeds this week.
So Twitter, it's just they just blame everything on the Jews, bro. Like it's not even shit that you didn't even imagine. It's the Jews' fault, right? They got nothing to do with it. Soon they're gonna blame Christmas on the Jews. Oh, that was kind of.
The Jews are impressed, but also not cool at the same time.
They're like, well, what if they're like, yo, can you blame some good shit too? Like, we did some good shit, right? Like, y'all like Christianity?
Like you like
that?
watching Family Man, don't you? That's one of your favorite Christmas movies, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
Gangs in New York. Who do you think fucking put that together?
All them Christmas carols. They're probably written by Jews.
A lot of them are, man.
See?
It's so funny.
Yeah, what are we going to do?
What, I'm trying to think of what else is going on, dude, that I was thinking about.
What's up in your life, man?
Everything is fine, man. I just been working a lot, you know. Like last year, we really focused on if we had some time off to go and just work, like go travel to a place to get guests and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like a big focus last year to do that. And
have you taken like a vacation?
no, not in a while. I was supposed to get one over the holidays, and it just didn't happen.
Do you like taking time off? Does that feed you at all?
Yeah, I need it. I need more of it.
And do you enjoy it? Like, is your time off just hanging at a beach, or do you like going to like a city that you're really interested in, like learning about the history? Like, what is your version of a?
It's just been the beach, really. I think I just kind of got. I just put so much work on the calendar that I didn't start to schedules. I would love to take 2 weeks off and go to like a country or something.
That'd be awesome.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but then I start to think about that. Like, well, I should probably get a girlfriend or like a fiance first, because if you go by unless you get a buddy to go with or something, that could be fun. But it's like 2 weeks. You can't really go by yourself, really, you know? And so then it's like, what are you going to do exactly?
I imagine you with like a small Asian tour guide, and that's it. Just you guys motorcycling around Vietnam or Cambodia or something.
Just say shit to him all the time.
knock, knock. Yeah, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
But no, traveling alone is cool too.
Feeding him a little piece of yam or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to feed them. You know, they might feed themselves out there.
The first struggle Bayard went through, the first struggle was finding all the components, the cotton, the buttons, the zippers, the rivets. Once Bayard did all that, he ended up with his first product, a plain hooded sweatshirt. We already know all this stuff. I was looking at what some of the price issues were and stuff that he faced, but it was a nightmare for this guy to do it, and he couldn't get it done at like, you know, it came down to like $37 or something, which is, you know, but to do it on a regular basis, and then Walmart decided we're going to support him. We're going to give him like a big order.
That's fire.
So that's kind of where he's at right now.
And if you can make a big order, you can obviously like reduce the pricing.
Right. Then you can go ahead to the place and say, well, look, now I'm going to order this many. Can you give me a better rate? You know, so. Can
you get the material does the material also have to come from here? I imagine we have to get all of our material from other countries.
That's a good question.
Like, are we creating textiles here?
It's a good question. It's crazy because you don't know that. You know, it's like a lot of this stuff we don't even know. And then you look around and you're like, but if you find out that you can't even get a t-shirt here, then you're like, well, fuck, if we're not even making one t-shirt, then what are we making here?
I mean, yeah, we're completely reliant. It's a little scary, I guess.
That's the thing. It starts to get scary.
Because t-shirts are the least necessary product that we are completely reliant on other countries for.
Yeah.
So if we're relying on t-shirts, what else are we relying on? Are we relying on technology in some ways? Like, what are the things that become like at-risk topics for us?
Yeah.
That we're relying on other countries? Because it's nice to know that you're not reliant, or that the entire world is reliant on each other. And if everybody's relying on each other, okay, then there's like a mutually assured destruction.
Right.
Maybe that's good. But
right, just tell us the truth. If we know everything, I would just love it if like, here's the exact facts.
Yo, when do you think, all right, you know how like conspiracies are incredibly popular right now, and like now everybody kind of knows the conspiracies. So that immediate hit of dopamine you get when you like share like the real truth with somebody who doesn't know it.
Yeah.
And when they look at you, they're like, oh my God, you're so smart or whatever.
Yeah.
Now that everybody knows the conspiracies, do you think that the pendulum starts to shift back to like kind of what really happened? Because the conspiracy is like the most exaggerated version of what happened.
Yeah.
And what really happened is probably pretty boring. Like the truth of most things is probably pretty fucking boring.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not what the media has told us. That's for certain. Those are lies, 100%. But it's not what like the Reddit historians have said.
Yeah.
And it's probably in here, and then we all go,
all right.
Yeah. Like that is, I wonder if like there's something like that even to the Epstein list. Like everybody's waiting for this Epstein list, and they're waiting for it to be like direct logs where it's like Bill Gates paid for anal from a 16-year-old at da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
like
4:30 or whatever.
And then it's like name, picture, fucking whatever it is. And then every time they hand out like the binder or whatever it is, nothing that crazy comes out. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe he's like a prolific pedophile. Like if he is still alive, find him and fucking kill him. The girl too. Off anybody who's involved in it, defended it. Anybody who's on the fucking flight logs, put him in prison. Like we need some justice here. But have we created an idea of what this is, which is so far removed from what it actually is?
Right, and that's why they haven't really. They're like, this is going to be so upsetting. There's 7 people.
They're going to think we're liars anyway.
Right.
Like, because imagine they gave us lists and there was like 25 people on it, right? We'd be like, man, you fucking pieces of shit lying to us again. Like, the only thing we would believe if literally every single world leader went in there.
Right. This list better be so. That's why I think they're still they're probably working with like top producers, Eli Roth, like guys who really can put on a good show. Todd Phillips, Until
how do we sell this story
until he
to
did
the
Joker
American
too? Then he
people?
was on here like he's off. But yeah, I think what do we? This
Why
better be good.
Why don't we just get? This is the way I was thinking. We solve it. The guy who let Epstein manage his money is this guy named Les Wexner or something like that. He's this guy who started Victoria's Secret. And like, I don't even think Epstein went to college or something. So like, how the fuck do you end up managing this billionaire's money?
Right.
This guy's like 90 years old. Give him immunity. Just go, this guy right here. Les Wexner. Okay? He's a billionaire. He's 87 years old. You just go, listen, you're about to fucking die. Can you just tell us what happened?
Right.
Tell us what happened. We'll give you immunity. You don't get to die a hero at all. You're a piece of shit that probably funded this whole fucking thing or connected different people to different stuff. We don't know what the fuck you're actually doing. You're involved. But you don't get to die you're still a diabolical piece of shit. But maybe you do one good thing in your life before you fucking die.
Right.
And then the American people get some satisfaction. The victims get some satisfaction. We get to actually know what's happening.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know if I don't know if we actually will get to know what's happening unless somebody who was involved says it specifically.
Yeah.
And I don't believe Ghislaine because I think her pops was part of Mossad, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't believe anything she's going to say. So
yeah, nobody's going to
Epstein's
tell
dead,
the truth.
Right? Like,
I'm just amazed that many people wanted to be pedophiles or whatever.
So here's the thing. I don't know.
That's part of me that doesn't believe that. I'm like, you're telling me.
I don't think they wanted to. I think he was like, yo, I got some young bitches on an island. We're all going to fuck. But I don't think that he said, I have underage women to incriminate you on an island.
Right.
I think he's like, yo, I got some 20-year-old fucking Russian bitches. They're on an island. And all these dudes were like, oh, we can go party with Russian bitches? Like, I wonder if it's as simple as like some club promoter going, I got a table full of girls at Tao tonight. You want to party? And people go, well, that sounds like a great idea. Nobody's IDing those girls.
Right.
And they for sure aren't IDing because why would they go, yeah, this guy's going to make me a pedophile this weekend.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, so, and then maybe afterwards they go, by the way, that girl was this old. Yeah. So I'm going to need you on a certain day to do a favor. That's how I would imagine it would be most effective.
And what if some of the girls were not even underage or anything? You don't even know if you could have somebody say that. You're so scared. You're already like, there's some favor in the wind. That alone, the mirage of that's the biggest thing. You have no fucking idea.
That's a great point too.
But you're going to be so scared. Like, well, first of all, I don't want to see, I'm so bad at sex, I don't want anybody to see a video of it.
Fucking a hooker on an island still is bad if you're like a political figure that has a family and you have children. Like,
right.
They could be old enough and it's still like, you don't want that out because it ruins your career.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are many ways to do it.
I mean, it's definitely, and then it's like, how do you doctor all that up to present it to the American? Because it's you have to serve a Mona Lisa to the American people. There's But then they're like, we have to make sure all these people that information that's released, but maybe some of that's true. If like you put information and it has a name in it that you're not sure, and then you get sued by that person.
Or you got to protect these girls who are underage and they were raped by these famous people.
Facts.
And like they have moved on with their lives. They got families. Do they want their information out there in the world?
Yeah.
Probably not. They're like, I don't want to relive that shit. So redact me or whatever that term is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like we're at this point where like if we're going through this phase in America where we're an all-time low trust in all of our institutions.
Then what happens from here? There's two ways we go.
Talk to me.
It gets better somehow,
Or
it starts to devolve even more. And crazier, it gets deeper and deeper. It's so funny because I've had both feelings. Yesterday I had the feeling like, holy shit, dude. Nobody's going to know where to trust anything anymore. It's going to get really interesting.
or you start being honest. Like that's why.
Right. Or you start being honest.
And like, yo, we're Americans. We can deal with shit. Like we've dealt with horrible things before in our past.
Even as humans, we can.
That's it. So it's like, and I think there's a version where like accepting these things and moving on allows us to have even more pride. Where right now we're in this like age of like ambiguity where like we want to be really proud, but we're like, but is some of this shit true? Like we're just unsure.
Yeah.
Let us accept it. Let's accept the stains on our history. And then let's move on and make greater history. Let's make greater things to be proud of. I think it's a moment in history to be proud of where an administration comes in, they go, listen, we unfortunately, the government let these food companies poison you, and a lot of people are negatively impacted like that. A lot of people got cancer probably because of food that they were eating. And that's fucked up. That's horrible. And we're going to either punish some of those food organizations or bare minimum, we're going to make it illegal for them to do that shit. Hey, some of these pharmaceutical companies, they were jabbing you up with shit that you didn't need to be jabbed up with. And they were doing that so they could profit. We're going to either punish them or we're going to stop allowing them to do it so the next generation of Americans doesn't have to go through what you guys went through. And then you go, you know what's fire about America? We realize when we fucked up and we have the energy and excitement and the confidence, the self-esteem to go, all right, we're changing it and we're going to live up to the expectations that we have for ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's why like you could say whatever you want about RFK. It seems to me what he wants to do is make a positive change for people. Let's see if he's able to do it. But in terms of making America healthy or whatever the slogan is, why would you not want America to be more healthy? Like, give the guy a second to fucking try it. Like
every minute they're like, this is the problem today. And then that becomes a story every day. It's just like how fucked up it is. And I have friends now that are addicted to the news and I'm just like, dude, just live your life. See, everything's going to probably be fine. It's already been fine. We're already damaged. We all have cancer or whatever. Everything, we're doing our best and shit. Yeah. And like, how drastically bad do you expect things to get,
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool? Like this is all I said. Like, obviously, I have a daughter, so I'm like, and she's of the age we're going through vaccines and stuff, and it's terrifying. I was talking to Joe about this. It was like, it's the most terrifying thing you ever experience in your life is you have the most perfect thing you ever created, and you have to put something in them, and you've watched a video on YouTube that says that it could do something horrible to her. But if you don't do it, she could get some disease that could do something horrible to her. So you're like, what? How do I protect my kid? There's a fork in the road, and both potentially lead to horrible. How do I protect my kid? I would love nothing more than to do like an intense, like, and I'm sure they've already done this. So if they have and call me an idiot, that's fine. I'm an idiot, whatever. But like intense, like research into, the vaccinations. And I would love nothing more if we found out, hey, you know what? It looks like they are safe for them. And there's very low chance cause of anything negative for your kid. How much nicer would that feel than right now what all of us new parents are feeling, which are like, do I have to delay it? Like which ones? How do I protect my child? Like,
right.
Like,
and the
just like we want the research, we want it. It's we want to know.
And I think if you gave Bobby an out where even if it was 20 minutes a week where he gave a speech or something, and maybe that he should start doing that to update people. Robert Kennedy Jr. to say, hey, this is where things are at, and we're going to try our best, and this is what we're going to try to do. Maybe that would be great to have some sort of an address.
Love it.
Trump's addresses, sometimes they're so, they're Trumpian, they're just like kind of the bare facts and like, we're going to win type shit. So maybe if you had Vance give something that was a little bit more elongated and a little bit more, had a little bit more personal notation and feeling to it, like a
Didn't FDR do that? I think they were called the fireside chats.
Oh yeah.
where he was talking to people.
I think you're right. We might need something like that.
Dude, because there's so much muck out there. There's so much bullshit information. And like, we're guilty of that too. We just spout whatever on the fucking mic and who knows if it's true or not. But it'd be nice if we had information disseminated from the people in power. It might be wrong or it might be right, but they are the people in power. So we can at least hold them to that standard. If they say that they're doing this specific thing and we disagree with it, we can be like, I disagree with that.
Yeah.
But if Bobby's coming out and he's going, listen, we're getting the red dye out of here. It doesn't benefit anybody. There are other ways to create, sugar or coloring substitutes that are less harmful to you. Does anybody disagree with this? Everybody goes, no. Okay, done.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah, there's still so many people that just want somebody to be wrong all the time, you know? So maybe that'll start to go away. I don't know. But yeah, I think if I wake up each day and I looked at everything as politics and stuff, and it just starts to wear on you. And then that algorithm learns you, and then you're a fucking puppet. You become a puppet. What else is going on? Let's think of something in entertainment. I'm trying to think of something. Was there a job that you had when you were young that you miss ever? That you were like, I'm fucking good at this shit.
It wasn't that I was good at it, but I liked mowing lawns. Like I felt like accomplished afterwards. Like I'd look at it and I'd go, wow, I did that. That was kind of annoying. It was hard, but here's this thing that I did and it looks better now, and I felt proud of it. And I think there's a version of that in creating stuff in general. But I think very early I like to work on something and then see the thing I created. Yeah. And so yeah, there was something really nice to that about that. Now I get to do a job where I like the actual work part and I like seeing the end product. I didn't enjoy the work part of it, but yeah, I think that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I just worked in like restaurants.
Oh yeah, you definitely did. I could see you for sure. For sure.
What restaurants was I working at?
Oh, obviously Macaroni Grill, dude.
No.
Dude, you wore a cape at Macaroni Grill. I'm sure. There's no way you didn't.
We didn't have a Macaroni Grill in the city, man.
Hey, look. Sure.
Man, we needed a Macaroni Grill.
That's your origin story.
I worked at a pizza shop. I do look like I could pull off pizza shop, right? I look like I was arguing with Spike Lee.
I'm trying to think of whatever.
What about you?
I worked at Pizza Shop, man. I love that shit, dude. That shit
What was the
good.
first time? Do you remember the first time as a kid that you made money and like the feeling of that?
Oh yeah, we had. They'd pay you to clean up. We had like wishing wells in our town or whatever. And they'd pay you to clean them out, like the city, like
it's like take the coins out of it.
Yeah, get in there, like you had to take a ladder down and get all the shit out and stuff. And there's like people throw fucking like a lot of used like to-go orders and shit in that bitch. A lot of Popeyes in that bitch. Decent amount of money, not as much as you would think.
Yeah.
Sword.
Garbage.
We found a fucking sword had blood on it one time, or like a pretty Excalibur or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, cleaning out those one summer. That was probably the first job I ever had, really. But get you a little bit of money, hide my money too.
Really?
I used to put my money in a Crown Royal bag, hide it in the yard.
How old were you?
Dig a hole and hide it. Probably 11, maybe 12. Hide that.
That's a nice bag.
That bitch was nice.
You keep that bag, isn't that weird?
Yep, had some doubloons in it that I caught at some of the parades and like the Mardi Gras parades. There's just these little medallions, kind of like they're not worth any money, but they had pictures of like different historical figures from Louisiana on them because you catch them at Mardi Gras.
Yeah, and
I put them in a bag and hide them in the yard.
And why do you think you were hiding your?
Didn't trust anybody in the house. I knew everybody in that bitch. Yeah,
really.
My 3 siblings and my mom. I was burying that shit. I ain't fucking.
Do you still talk to your siblings?
Oh yeah, we talk now. Things are good now. But at the time, I didn't trust anybody in that bastard, dude, because I was sneaking in their room and stealing shit. So that was the thing.
That's where it comes from. When you ain't shit, you assume other people ain't shit. It starts here though.
Oh, bro, yeah.
It starts here.
Hey,
though.
I don't trust me so much that I don't trust you. That's crazy, dude. What else, man? What's up with the culture? How's black stuff going over there? I know they have that new rapper, Gen Lee. Have you seen him?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was Jin Lee.
Is it Jin?
Like gin for ginger.
Well, first of all,
he's a black dude that says he's a white dude that says the N-word.
He put 2 N's in it, so he misspelled it. So he could be either one. That's all I'm saying. But
yeah, he's
it's interesting.
Yeah, he is, and he's like he's confident saying it.
He seems really like he's from that culture.
Yeah. So now are we witnessing that word become more of a cultural thing and not a specific race thing?
That's what I wonder, because I'm just wondering, like, say you're so much a part of the culture, and it seems like he is. Like, he has black friends. He says the word around them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're so much a part of it, but then you can't say that thing, or you then is that feel like the culture isn't saying, well, you're here, but you're not. So I have no idea. But
Yeah,
it's interesting.
It is interesting. It is interesting because it is like, so I guess when I was growing up in New York, it was a thing that white people, we would never say, and you could not say. But like Puerto Ricans that were kind of like white presenting would say it, and that was fine.
Yeah.
I think even like Mexicans were kind of saying it. Sometimes even Asians would say it, but it felt really like a word white people were not allowed to say, obviously because of the historical context,
Yeah.
right? But that situation right there is quite interesting. Like if he did grow up in this culture, maybe it's his friend's way of saying, we don't see you as different, bro.
Right.
Like we actually see you as one of us, and we don't feel any negative sentiment when you say it. And this is our way of saying we accept you and you're not different. Maybe. Again, I don't know. I'd have to ask them. Whereas like if somebody else said it who is not from the culture at all, they'd be like, yo, you can't say that. And that's their way of saying you're not from the culture, bro.
Right.
Like you are not. You're a visitor here and you're not allowed to say that thing.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of how I think I'm saying. I just think it's interesting. It's kind of interesting because you have people defend him online. You have people calling him out online.
Yeah.
And then some of his music is great, man. I mean, it's catchy. I'm
Music
curious
will
to
cut
see,
through.
like, it's like, and some of the lines he's saying, like, you know, don't get in trouble because of my shit. Like, you know, I'm not saying this because I'm just saying this because this is who I am, right?
Yeah.
He even expresses in like that Stand On It song, like, don't get in it, don't repeat my shit just to
And
get
then
in.
now you get in trouble.
Right.
Which I think is, yeah, that's empathetic.
It's at least giving his story, right?
Yeah. Because he probably is aware that, oh shit, white kids might see me doing this and then they think it's okay for them to do
Right.
it. And now they're getting fucked up. And so he's like, listen, your life might not be my life. Like
Right.
I
At
wonder,
least he put a safety precaution on the shit. Like a lot of people.
That's like better than the parental advisory.
Yeah.
It's just there's a white disclaimer. Yo, you are not me.
Yeah. That's a ginger advisory right there, dude. That's a ginger advisory, dude. But this could potentially open up gateways for some gingers to say the N-word and some spicy, because they've long been looming on the edge of the culture. The ring around Saturn, they call them. And it'll be interesting to see what happens, dude.
Yeah, that's something, like, we got to ask ourselves, like, are we fully accepting of gingers? Like, are white people fully accepting of the gingers?
I mean, look, I don't.
Are you even, you're like part something, right?
My father's from Nicaragua, and my mother's just white.
Yeah.
But I don't, I've thought, yeah, I'm not an N-word guy.
You're not dropping it.
I'm not that. Fuck no.
Yeah.
What am I fucking trying to prove to somebody? But I do remember they had like this cool band. I went to a black fraternity, and we'll get you out here in a
Which
second.
one?
I wasn't in one. It was like Snoop or something new. State of Noop or something. Bring up a couple of black fraternities over there. Southern
Alpha, what is it?
University.
Alpha Kappa Psi? What is
Alpha.
it? Oh, Beta, Phi Beta, Kappa Alpha Psi.
That might have been it.
The Kappas have you seen the Kappas before? Kappas are cool. They got like a cane and they do like these cool dances with the cane.
My boy was a Kappa in college, and
That could have been it.
they were like swagged out. And then the Omegas?
Those are like the athlete. That's like the athlete frat. That's like,
really?
You know,
Omega
Shaq,
Psi Phi.
yeah. They're the
Oh,
ones
Shaq has that.
The Q
that
dogs.
thing, Q dogs.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
it was Q dog shit, right?
Yeah.
They invited. They had like it was Nickelback, but it was black guys doing it, right? It was like
Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
I'll tell you what it
Don't even
was.
say the name of that cover band. What is that? Don't even say the name of the Nickelback black cover band, Theo. We've almost done the whole pod, okay? We did a good job. I know you're trying to bait me with this Jin Lee. We did a good job today, okay? We did a good job today.
Hear me
Theo.
out.
Here we go.
No,
Light it
just
on fire. Light it on fire.
It was just I was like, this is a crazy cover band.
Don't do it.
And then one of their song was like, "Oh, this how you remind me." Like that's
It's not. It's. So they're doing like hip hop renditions.
Hip hop renditions of Nickelback. Yeah.
Nickelback.
And
Yeah,
just make sure you say it right. Yeah.
we don't even have to go into it. That's so crazy how we all know exactly how it was spelled.
But yeah, look, I just felt welcome to be in the building. So that's all I'm saying, dude. Look.
This is how you remind me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Never made it as a wise man, kid.
Spit that whole song right now. Spit that whole shit right now, Theo.
I don't have it, dude. Couldn't cut it as a poor man's feelings. We got to stop.
All
It's
right,
only going to
Dad.
get worse. Congratulations on Life. The new special's out now. Congratulations
Thank
on
you,
being
my
a
man.
dad, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, thanks for being just somebody. Yeah, it's good to have like that. There's different podcasters in different parts of the country and different parts of like the world, you know. And it's just we're lucky to be able to do this and to be able to spend these conversations. I got to come up there and get on your pod this summer,
Oh,
man.
please, man. I want you on Flagrant and I want you on Brilliant Idiots, man.
I'll be up there in April, I think.
You
for a
and
week.
Charlotte got to kick it, man.
We got to get together. I know.
Even if we just go grab a drink, I think you guys would hit it off, bro.
I'm sure we would.
You guys have great vibes. He's incredible, man. He's incredible.
I've only heard good things, man.
Yeah.
It would be an honor. But thank you so much for your time, dude.
Thank you,
I know
bro.
it's very valuable and it means a lot, and I just appreciate it.
Congrats on everything, man.
You too,
Super
man.
stoked for you, bro. Super
Congratulations, dude. This jacket, Zach Bryan gave me this jacket. It's very hot in here.
stoked. I saw in the back.
I was trying to fit in a little, so this is as black as I get today, brother.
The Zach Bryan tour jacket.
It kind of shows you where I'm at, you know?
Thanks, brother.
All right, you bet, man.
Peace. Oh, that was great.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be